number one. Vocalists. You can't get a reliable one nowadays.
Excuse me, who came here late today? Not the vocalist.
Snaps.
Able.
Snaps. What an unconventional way to start. Let's do it.
You can't pull all vocalists into one little box.
You can't do
though, 'cause
that,
there
for
are
real.
some people who are the exception, you know.
Yeah, like, do they even write lyrics anymore? Jeez.
Oh my goodness, that question is so tricky.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Never not. What are we talking about? AI now?
all of it also. Wait, let's start the pod. Damn. Let's start the pod.
Start the pod.
Welcome to the Sai Sessions podcast. My name is Sai Jones and he is King Schwartz. He never likes to say hi to the guests and to the people.
Here we go.
Today we're here with, I like to call you a multi-hyphenated creative.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it.
Yeah, please do, because we cannot kind of put the bunch of hats you wear under one title.
No, thank you.
Exactly. Multi-hyphenated creative, DJ, producer, musician, director, just a bunch of stuff that, like I said, we cannot exactly put it into a hat. Tamara Dey.
Hi.
Well, welcome to Why Umqotha. She just got here. He's telling, I'm like, why
No,
is it
it's just, I know, I
here?
get it. It's just like setting the
mood.
scene.
Okay. Talking about setting the
But thank you for that awesome intro. I appreciate that.
Really, I'm glad. I'm glad. We respect you highly. First of all, let's just start there. I'm sure you hear that a lot, though.
I'm here and there.
The humble.
You tend to be so like in the moment. It's the last thing you're thinking about. So it never stops surprising you
Okay.
when stuff like that comes up, and you're like, oh yeah,
That's me.
you know, yeah.
It's humbling
'Cause
in a
you're
way.
just out there in the moment, just grinding away, you know. But it's nice. It's good to not forget. I think we also always like so focused on some other new dream, some new level. There's always something I'm pursuing, and you can forget where you've come from or what you've achieved. It's nice, and it's only really other people that will remind you, like,
That's crazy.
you know. And
actually.
it's like, okay, it's good to put things into perspective every now and again. Like, okay, we've had a good run. Keep going. You know?
That's
Yeah.
You're actually touching on a
So I
bunch of
appreciate
stuff
it.
there.
You know.
Yeah. You're touching on a bunch of stuff. Actually, you just went deeper than we just started. I'm just like, damn, I really want to just dig into what you just said. But before that, please let's do a quick icebreaker.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. We're going to do something I like to call 10 questions in 60 seconds.
Okay.
Mob, can we have a 60-second timer?
Okay.
All right. Going to ask you 10 questions. And hopefully you'll get to answer them in 60 seconds.
Yo. Okay, go.
All right. You let me know when you're ready, Mob. Awesome. First question. First 3 things you do after you get up.
Coffee. No, sorry, not in that order. Hug my child.
Okay.
Like my child wakes up.
Okay.
Mommy, daughter moment. Coffee.
Okay.
This is embarrassing, but check my phone. Oof, sorry, I had to be honest. It is the truth.
Okay. Are you, answer the next question. Tea or coffee person?
Oh, there we go. No. Well, no, I'm a tea and coffee person.
Okay.
I can swap between the two throughout the day. At home, I love a good, like, real coffee. Like, if I go out, restaurant, whatever, like, have a cappuccino or a latte, blah, blah, blah. At home, I drink, don't you dare judge me, coffee ice. It's not even real. I don't even think it's real coffee. I think it's like chicory.
Chicory, yeah.
But fam, like, I don't know if it's like a comfort thing, but like also like proper coffee gives me a bit of like acid eventually if you have too much of it.
Yeah.
But so I think people sometimes come around. I'm like, do you like I make you the real coffee? I will be having Frisco and loving my life, loving that little creamy. It's not even giving a coffee energy, but it's not really I don't know if it's really coffee, but I love it. I can't lie.
It isn't, but we accept it.
I wonder if it comes from childhood when we used to go like hang out at friends' houses after school and like you would eat like a polony sandwich on
With
white
some
bread with tomato
yeah.
sauce with Frisco coffee. And it probably comes from there. Like, I'm sure of it. Anyway.
I stand coffee ace, but it's not my 60 seconds.
Yes, what?
Star sign.
Libra Virgo on the cusp.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool of you.
Interesting
Yeah.
mix.
How many languages do you speak?
Oh, 2.
Okay.
2, and I dabble in a bit of vernac here and there.
Where favorite genre? Favorite genre to listen to. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, no. Oh, that's no.
Mascara.
You want the short version or the long?
Girl, you've been
Favorite
giving us the
genre
long
to
versions
listen
and it's
to?
okay.
Oh, no. I mean, I literally just went like, well, at the moment, I just eat, sleep, drink, dance music. So,
Besides dance music, then.
oof. Probably like some old school stuff. Like, I used to have quite a big CD collection
Yeah.
back in the day. Do you remember? Do you know what CDs are?
Me? Oh,
Sugi.
thank you.
Just checking. It was a nice compliment. Eh?
Yeah, thank you.
Have you guys heard about the CD?
The CD thing.
So we would collect. We were like big collectors, you know. And now my daughter is 7.5, and she found this old CD collection of mine, and she's put it in the car. So on the way to school, she chooses one of these CDs from like way back when. So it's like throwbacks, and we do that every morning. And now she's latched on to certain favorites. And I guess I must say I kind of really enjoy that, because to see my kid like singing along to the songs I loved when I was like a kid myself.
Yeah.
It's like a music appreciation moment, and she lives in a world that's so, it's like, you know what it's like, the digital platforms and everything. So we're listening to albums, you know, in the car. And then she wants to, like, it's sometimes it'll be like the album will be there for like a week. So she knows the lyrics by the end. You know how we used to listen when we were kids?
Yeah.
You would listen to an album. Like, so it's so crazy to see my kid doing that, and I just enjoy that with her. So everything from like, there's like old Masters at Work albums
cool.
in there. There's like old school Jamiroquai. There's,
Cool.
there's Brenda Fassie in there. There's mad stuff. There's the Fresh House Flavor house projects from back in the day. There's that New Rican Soul project that was, I mentioned that already, Masters of the Wood. Like these kinds of vibes. Some old acid jazz, there's Lenny Kravitz. Just stuff from way back.
Yeah, she's in good hands, man.
And it's great. And there's some rock stuff in there as well. Like I used to be into a bit of rock when I was a kid. So like there's all kinds of stuff, and that is quite a cool vibe that we share musically. Yeah.
We do the same.
Are we
Sorry.
okay? We're way past the 60. I'm okay.
Okay, sorry
Let-
guys, I can also ramble. Hey, sorry, I'll try and keep them shorter.
On that point, we do the same.
Did we hit 60 and we didn't
I'm
get to all
sure
the
we hit
questions?
60. We didn't.
Yeah.
I
We're
still
gonna
have
probably
the
continue
CD
though.
player in the car. The only complication comes when the CD scratches.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
enough.
yeah,
But there are
no,
a few of
definitely.
those that you could
Daddy,
see.
what's
Yeah.
this
That
now?
thing was listened to.
You know.
That thing was listened to so many times. Like,
Hey,
it's
now
just
I
like,
ramble on how to clean
and it
it.
just goes.
You should put wax on it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
shine
lie.
it.
When I bump into a CD, the first thing I do is look at the back to see at least is it a viable
Is this
CD.
playable?
Yeah, I was like, are you viable?
No, we
And,
used to abuse those things, man. In and out the whole time. Yeah. Anyway,
even though we lost our, I'm just gonna
Please
continue.
carry on. No,
Yeah,
I want
I'm gonna
them-
continue.
61
All right.
seconds.
On a rare day off, right? On a day off, what are 3 things that you're guaranteed on your agenda?
on my day off, God, no. So I don't really get a day off.
Yeah. What
Because
is-
it's like family or work. So if I'm not at a gig, I'm taking my kid on an adventure. We're going on some experience. We're doing stuff together.
Yeah.
But if I have like a real day off where like I'm not doing any of that, like guys, I don't get out of my pajamas. I am like in my favorite PJs. Babes, I am watching series. I'm unapologetically, what do they call it these days? Rotting. Bed.
Yeah, rotting.
Rotting. Look, you see all the other stuff like working out and to learn all the other cool things I do for self-care and whatever. That happens during the week on an average. But fam, honestly, when I want like a real time out, it's just like me parallel, like just in
No curtains.
nobody wants me, nobody's calling my name, nobody's bothering me. It's just me and my snack and my favorite show, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
I can relate.
Yeah,
Oh, we
and
can
it's
relate.
just, that's it, total switch off, escapism, full blown.
I can relate 100%.
I'd love to tell you I go for a walk or something, but it
It
would be a lie.
You would love to
It
say,
would be
"Oh, I
a
wake up
lie.
at 5 a.m. and run on the treadmill," but no,
Oh, no,
honey.
No. That's part of my day to day.
Yeah,
On a
but-
day, really, that's just for me. I want to do absolutely zero.
I get it. A movie that you'd watch multiple times and not get tired of it.
It feels like it's a bit done, but I really, there's only
Say
one.
it.
Pulp Fiction.
What?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Oh no, that's a great. What do you mean? You feel like it's done? Ain't nobody
I
ever
just feel
said
like
Pulp
it-
Fiction
Yeah,
in a
no,
while.
I mean, it's like, for me, it's a cult classic, but
it is.
yeah, I don't like to repeat movies. I'm not a girl that likes to
Okay.
watch a movie a second time, to be honest. And I'm terrible because I've watched everything. So people are like, hey, should we watch this? Seen it, watched it. But Pulp Fiction, also with my kid, it's been fun to go back to some of the classics. Different when you get to watch your child watch something you love for the first time. You're like,
yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
I
like,
don't,
want to
but I
watch
do.
like crazy stuff from the 80s and 90s with my daughter and just see her reaction,
Like what though? What
I
have
don't
you
know, like
recently
all the,
watched
like-
together?
Oh, everything is, guys, it's wild out there. My kid is not allowed to watch any YouTube. It's quite a thing to navigate the platforms that are out there and what kids get exposed to. And it's a bit of a learning curve, so you kind of you really got to watch out. Like, so we don't do YouTube because there's just, doesn't matter what you do or how you try to filter it. Age inappropriate stuff is reaching your child.
Yep.
It's a language, it's an attitude, it's like and they are just like little sponges. So there I've just given up the goose. I try to kind of control, and then I realized like, no, this thing is way bigger than me. I'm shutting this thing down. So she was not happy, but YouTube is out. And,
Well done.
No.
Guys, it's bad. It's really, there's some whack vibes on there. And also, like, I know, like, bed rotting and, these kind of, like, the style of what's going on YouTube. I know it's a big fad. Kids are into it. But it's brain numbing.
I think it is.
stuff.
Yeah, like
And for a
it's,
child that's brain is developing, like, they love it because for them it's so entertaining, but
Easy
it
to
is
absorb, yeah.
nothing happening there. And it's not something I want to encourage. I mean, they're going to get and do what they want later. So, but while I can still... Anyway, that's not what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Wow, went off on a tangent there. What did we
Movies,
watch together?
recently together.
So not
Yeah.
YouTube.
So not YouTube.
We'll watch like a cool kids movie that's age appropriate.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, and sometimes some of the classics like we'll go back, but yeah, and she'll do a little bit of YouTube Kids, but even on there,
honestly,
I'm blocking lots of things there, but I don't know, it's tricky, we really try not to watch too much because I want her outside. She's luckily a very active girl,
That's
lots of
great.
hobbies, so we've got a good balance. But yeah, there's some like, what are those movies you watch when you're a kid? Like, I don't know, I'm giving away my age, but The Never Ending Story and like E.T. and that's like crazy classics from I don't know. We still need to get into all of that stuff. But sometimes we check out a film and she's excited about it. Like right now she's obsessed with, oh God, what is it called? Oh no, I'm not going to remember. It's not Roblox because she knows she's never going on that.
What is Roblox?
No, listen,
actually, like,
also some
okay.
weird vibes there. We're not
Conversation for
doing it.
another day.
Minecraft. So they're also obsessed with
Minecraft,
Minecraft,
okay.
which is like this building thing. it also gives me like weird vibes. There's like zombies walking around, and I'm just a bit like, I try to get into it just so I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because if you're not focused, let me tell you what happened the other day. So my child is not on social media. I have like a little thing there where I share some photos of her. It's like, it's more for family that aren't around. And it's not an account that I push, you know. It's just a space, it'll be given to her one day and she can do what she wants with it. And, you know, I ask her permission if she wants to put something on her best friend is on there. It's her memory space. It's memories of our life, like little videos and cute things. Okay, so that's the energy behind it. But she doesn't watch me posting something. She's never seen the mechanics of that. She doesn't understand how things get onto social media. She doesn't know. So I left her on Netflix, Kids, watching a movie at our friend's house the other day. She played in the garden. She was on the trampoline. She did all the things. Mummy, can I watch a movie on Netflix? Yes. So I put her on the couch with my phone. 3 days later, I haven't been on TikTok in a while. TikTok and I, we have like a love-hate relationship. So like, I haven't been on in a while, but I'm like, I need to launch a new platform there. I want to get back into it. So I jump on. This is 3 days later. I see a lot of action there on my TikTok. Comments and likes. I'm like, what's happening? Go on there. My child has created AI images of herself on my new 16, whatever that is, the 16 Pro. There's like, you don't even have to go onto the net. It's like, it does it on the cell phone.
Yeah.
So she's spent some time creating AI images of herself and myself as an astronaut. I'm dressed as an astronaut.
Yeah, I know those AI
No, it's
thingies.
very special.
Yeah.
And she has posted these AI images of us onto my TikTok story. One after the other. Wait, with her favorite song of the moment, which is Pretty Little Baby. How? How did she put Pretty Little Baby with the AI? How did she make the AI images? How did she put Pretty Little Baby with it? How did she post it to my story? And then my people on TikTok are like commenting.
They're probably loving it. They probably
thinking it's me
loved
just
it.
having an AI moment. Just, you know, no content for a long time. And now me as an astronaut. Guys,
I can guarantee you something.
yeah. Do not leave your children alone with like you as a parent. Just be. You're gonna annoy them, but annoy them, fam, because I can tell you now they have some kind of sixth sense instinct about technology that we did not have as young children. And I mean, I was flabbergasted. Like, I just couldn't believe that she'd done this. I made a reel about it and then posted and was like, my kid got a hold of my TikTok. And this is what happened, and people were like, "Yo," I was like,
She probably learned how to do it on TikTok.
"How? It's mad."
You search there how to do this, and then TikTok will tell you
she's
everything you need to know.
Like, I don't know.
7.5.
That's young, fam.
That is young. Yeah.
How? And like I said, she's never watched me post.
Yeah.
She's never watched me go through that process. She has not learned that. I'm just look. It's funny. Like I'll send you the astronaut AI. It is, wow. It is special.
I want to see.
I love that people thought I was posting that as well. I'm just like, yeah.
I'm sure the activity was wrong.
Maybe she should make her like social
Too
media
funny.
manager. You know?
Listen, probably one
At this
day.
point, just hire the
I mean,
kid
Make her the social media manager.
once, because like she can do so
Let's
much
just
more.
say
I'm a firm believer of
Post me.
keeping the money coming back
Yeah,
into the
like,
family.
I
I will say that.
Yeah. Okay.
After COVID, you know, things were very special for us autistic types. And there just wasn't much going on.
No.
We were struggling.
We were struggling.
And I then took over my own bookings because there just wasn't enough coming in. And, you know, I had my mum start helping me with some of the admin side. And I needed that money to come back into our family.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't be paying somebody else to do it. Like every cent had to come back into our home. And then I just kind of carried on that way because it's just, you know, that's where it's going anyway. And it just makes sense that, you know, so when you phone to book me, I'll put you in touch with Sue in my office. And
Stop asking
see
me,
you.
ukuthi Tamara,
Sue in my office will handle,
what you did
send you the
there.
contract and just chat to Sue in my office. But yeah, we keep it in the family
Talk to Tamara.
as much as possible. I think obviously things get to a point where you got to start, you need a bit of a team. So we're definitely getting back to that point again. So we'll see what happens.
Some
But
people do believe a family can be the team. I mean, at that point,
if you can
they
get
kinda
it
know
right,
how it runs.
there are
Yeah,
also
if you
horror
get it, yeah.
stories in the music industry of people's families like you taking advantage of the talent.
That's crazy.
It's awful.
But your
That-
own kid won't
That
take
is like
advantage.
so hectic. I hear those stories and it breaks my heart.
Like
it's
what,
child abuse,
though?
like disgusting. Like the parents like managing their kids,
Yeah.
Exploiting.
putting them in unhealthy situations, making them work. They like want to be outside playing. Now they're TikTok stars and like the parents are coining it. It's just there's a very fine line. Family can not always be the best people. You hear a lot of stories of artists like what do you call it when you separate from your family?
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole like legal separation thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Like
but
an emancipation type of
yes,
advocates.
yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, those stories are very sad. So I've always said with my kid, like I'm never going to be that like stage mom.
You're actually
Like,
such
I
a family
do not-
family girl. Actually,
I'm
You're a family
very, but I
girly,
just,
yeah.
I will never push her into any of that. Like, I don't want to be that manager mum vibe.
It
She'll
makes sense,
she'll
though.
let me know what she wants to do with her life, and I'll be there on the sidelines.
cheering her on.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
She wants to be a TikTok star. Yeah,
Gosh,
She
please
comes
no.
back and she says,
I
"Mommy, I
see her
wanna be a
leaning towards
TikTok."
like, Mommy, can I use your phone? Then she wants to go like, Hi, it's Lalabella, and I'm just here today. I'm cooking pancakes, and I'm like, oh, okay, yo. I was like, who are you talking to there? Who are you addressing? Because I see you addressing some people. Who are these people that you're talking to?
It's possibly the equal of when you started your career singing. The same, like
I hear you, and that's an interesting
Is it
point.
though? Yeah.
I guess because it does worry me, but I also I hear what you're saying, and that does make sense. I mean, obviously, to some degree, I was singing in my mirror in my bedroom,
Exactly.
pretending I was standing in front of a huge crowd. And you're so right. It is exactly the same thing, just in a different time. No, you're so right.
You just twisted
Because I was
the,
doing
the narrative right
you
now
just,
for you.
you put that into
Put
perspective for me.
perspective.
Actually, yeah, I feel better about that now because I was doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
I was doing that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm the money guy on this team.
Yes.
So it's a semi-money question. There's a very interesting book by a guy called Thomas J. Stanley. It's called The Millionaire Next Door.
Yes.
They did like a 30, 40-year study of, successful people in the United States, millionaires, etc.
Yes.
One of the things that they found is that people that are who got their wealth or their success entrepreneurially tend to discourage their kids from getting into entrepreneurship because of how hard of a slog it is.
Yeah, no, I would tell my kids the
Right?
same.
So, because you're an artist, which is essentially entrepreneurship,
Yes.
are you likely to push? Are you likely to encourage or discourage?
Honestly, I just feel like a lot of real talk needs to happen. I mean, I'm not, like, as an adult, like, I feel like there's so much they didn't tell us. I'm like,
Right.
nobody warned me about this. Like, I literally thought it would get easy. It gets easier as you get older. No, fam. No. I've never worked harder in my life. Never. I actually don't even think I knew what hard work was. Like, I mean, I was working. I was manifesting, I was creating, I was building the dream, whatever, but I was nowhere near the level of hard work that I put in on a day-to-day now. I just feel like I will have real talk with her, like, but ultimately, if she decides to go down that route, I'll support it. Like,
Yeah.
as crazy as it is, like, I will support it, but I would like to equip her with realness in terms of understanding, and maybe also encouraging plan B, plan C, plan D, so that there's always other things to fall back on, always encouraging like a multifaceted kind of approach to things, exploring many different talents you have. because life happens, like,
Yeah.
so I don't know, equip them in the best way possible to be versatile, but I'm not going to talk her out of any dream she has, even if it's a tough one, like, but I'm going to be real with her about the realities of it.
Sorry. So here's a question with what you're saying. The Tamara that you are today, you also had your plan A, plan B, and C, right? So if there was no music, you'd have plan what, A, or did you start
Yeah,
at plan
what is
A,
plan B
or
and C?
There's a few things I would have done. I would have.
ghostwriting, or something?
No, I don't know. Like I love photography. I would probably have gone into like a career in like fashion photography. Oh my God, I don't know fashion design. I like the end product. I'm not sure I love the process.
The process, yeah.
Obsessed with art. Might have had an art gallery, been an art curator,
And
something
performed
along
it.
those lines. I don't know, but I don't know. There's many other things I would have, and probably could have done, all connected to art in
To
some way, though.
creativity. That's such a creative's answer, by the way.
No, completely. I
Yeah.
don't think you would never find me
Anywhere else.
in a
trying to be a
normal
brain
date.
surgeon
No,
or,
no,
or
no.
a bookkeeper or
Not equipped. Wish I was, though. I wish I
Yeah.
had a bit more of that. Like, I wish I'd had a bit more of a balance.
has it always been
The
music?
business side has always been quite a challenge for
Yeah.
me. It's like a constant work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
I've really leveled up in recent years. I'm like now, there was a time when I was part of a collective and I was running a lot of our business.
Yeah.
But I wasn't taken very seriously. I didn't handle the money and I didn't handle, certain aspects of what we did as a group. But I art directed everything. I ran all our social media. I came up with the concepts of it. I decided what we were wearing, what it looked like, what the music would look like visually. I handled all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really felt like it was taken as a serious part of our business.
Mm-hmm.
But it was such a vital part of our business. But I always felt like, yeah, there was this kind of, and it was like a funny space for me to be in where I didn't feel like I was always taken very seriously and what I was doing was taken very seriously. Now, years later, I am doing it again, but now, like, it's my concept, it's my brand, it's my business.
Yeah.
And now I'm taken seriously, and it's like, it is a different hat to wear. Because I've also had to level up and understand and what it means to be the boss of something.
Yeah.
We're a collective. Like, again, I work in a team. We're all partners in it. But I started it. It was my concept. It was my dream. It was whatever. You know what I mean? So it was from inception. And, I got to make the sort of final decisions on certain things, blah, 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 that kind of a situation. So it's very different to that other scenario I was in years ago. And I promised myself I would never be in that position again. But now also in this position, it
It's a
comes
lot
with
more work.
Yes.
It's-
And I've had to really step into being like a boss. Like,
Yeah.
and it's been quite a thing,
Because
I'm proud of myself, but it is a different hat to wear. It's a different hat to wear. It's a lot of pressure.
I can understand exactly what you're saying, because I was thinking that as you're speaking, that, let me put it like this, during the early days of your come up, in a way, I could always imagine that things were done for you in many respects. You just had to, you were basically the product, and things were kind of done for you. You didn't need to know the specifics of how the business is run. That's how I always imagined it.
Yeah, no.
In a way.
Yeah, I know, no. I think personally, it's always been very hands-on for
Okay.
me. Like, when it came to, like, let's say working with like Oskido and them,
Yeah.
like when I first launched, they were very much handling the I would be called and say, okay, there's a music video that we're going to shoot, and I would come pick my outfit and walk
Okay,
up there, and there would be
okay.
a concept. And so from that perspective, working with the people I first came up with, they were the guys running the machine. I was the artist.
Yeah.
I was the vocalist, the writer on the song, and then I was in the videos, and then we toured, and I did that thing. But they were handling that back end. As soon as I started doing solo stuff, That was my baby. I was running it. I guess when I would then be with a label, there would be a certain amount of support and back end from the label. But ultimately, you know, I don't know, my experience in music has been like a constant push of like you launching some new thing with not much to play with, but making magic, you know, I don't know, like it's always been a mad hustle for me, like on that way, and that has never changed.
Yeah.
That
Came
has
from
never changed.
splitting money to chowing the money alone. I say this because she now DJs for herself.
Yeah.
Like I used
Which
to go to
probably
a
I
you've
had to do
so-
it.
Yeah,
I had to do
it,
it.
it
makes
makes
so
sense.
much
It's a
sense.
natural progression that made sense in a
Yeah.
way.
You know what? I
here.
grew
Yeah.
up in DJ boxes from
Yeah, exactly.
literally like
exactly.
in high school.
Yeah.
So, and I grew up in dance culture from when I was 16 years old. So like I was in there, and then I was blessed to be in DJ boxes with honestly over 2 decades, all the best DJs in literally
That's
that
us.
SA had to bring. And I got quite an education there. And once or twice along the way, I was like, I want to learn to play. Once it was on vinyl. In those days, I dabbled for briefly. And once it was when I was with Flash Republic and Ryan, I was like, come teach me, let's do this. But I was so consumed with being the front woman. Like, it was so all consuming. And also, like, we were young. It was like party days. We were like working, gigging, partying. I didn't have the focus. And I had the best people holding it down here. Like, I didn't. And they made it look easy. I was like, yeah, amazing. But I didn't have the focus or the commitment at that time to really, really explore it. And so it was something that just I thought about for a minute and it got put on the back burner and I just carried on. And then post-COVID, well, firstly, Flash Republic came to an end. And, you know, for 10 years, I was rolling with my crew. I had my 2 guys. We co-produced everything together. We wrote everything. We toured together. I had my 2 DJ producers. We played our gigs. Then they would DJ for 2 hours. And that was our lifestyle. And I had my music family. And then when Flash Republic came to an end, I was on my own. And I had a lot of figuring out to do. And I was kind of working on a new project and whatever. Colors came out. Great things happened. But I was really like, I was on my own and kind of a bit lost.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. And I knew everyone in the industry. I could call up any DJ and go like, hey, can I come and jump up with you here or whatever? Which is what I did. I was rolling around with my USB, going to festivals and clubs, jumping up with awesome DJs. Like Roz and Dean Fuel and this one and that one and who would be like, I'll play your tracks for you, T. Like, but there was something very like I wasn't comfortable with it also because I feel like, you know, if these are all artists that are pushing themselves and their brand, and now
Overshadowing.
this is not a family situation. This is like, yo, what a vibe. Let's do this in the moment. But like, where was this going and how could it grow? It just
you
wasn't
also,
really
yeah.
viable. And then I also got frustrated with the lack of control. I felt like, okay, I need this DJ in order to perform. Like, I need this guy to play my tracks. And I was just like, I just got really uncomfortable with that. It was different when it was Flash Republic. We were a team.
Yeah.
This didn't feel like a place I wanted to be long term. It felt like a moment. And I was like, very quickly I got frustrated. And then also in the scene post-COVID, I felt like the Joburg scene took a big knock musically. Cape Town, they bounced back real quick, and I think that's because of their tourism and what have you. But they bounced back. But Joburg music culture, dance music culture, and I have been in it for years. We have thrived. We have had amazing like little underground house clubs, Sunday clubs, this club. Like there were obviously the bigger, more commercial spaces, but we had a thriving underground dance music culture for years that was always there. The 115s, the chocolate box, the this, the that, the house clubs that were always there over the years that, you know, I felt like after COVID, like all these little spaces disappeared.
Yeah.
I felt like there were like maybe 3 or 4 like big key places you could go. And I was so frustrated. I was like going to these places, standing on the side of the dance floor, like so uninspired, so frustrated with the music. Where were these underground places we had always had? And I just felt like, okay, there's music I want to hear that I'm not hearing, and if I can't find it, I'm going to have to play it myself.
And on
I'm going to have to play it myself. Like, I couldn't, and I could just feel like there must be people out there who are so frustrated like me that have been in this culture for years. Like, and I realized we have to rebuild. Like, there's now people that have to come up and start throwing their own events and rebuilding those like more alternative dance music spaces. And, yeah. I don't know if you agree with me, if you experience this. I mean, I'm
100%.
not talking about Amapiano. That culture didn't have any problems. It was doing its thing. I'm talking about other spaces, other alternative dance
No, we know,
spaces that
yeah,
just
we- yeah.
disappeared.
pockets. They disappeared with the money as well.
As
For
well.
us as DJs.
Yeah, no, it became, and I was going down to Cape Town on a weekend, and I was going to like 3 amazing parties in one night, a rooftop here and a this there, and I was like, wow, like no, then I really realized like, wow, we're not in the best place,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Joburg
yeah.
dance music culture. Like, it's taken a bit of a dive, and so all of these things, this combination of things, was like, and then randomly, and this is obviously the universe getting involved. I got a call from a friend of mine who phoned me up on a Monday night, and she was like, "Listen, I've put a deposit down on this DJ course at Toy Toy. They have a DJ school there called In Unison." And she says that I'm in huge trouble with my husband. She's like, he says it's a no. He says, absolutely not. We've got bigger problems. Like, and she was just like, okay, maybe you're right. Like, maybe this wasn't the best idea. And she was like, do you want to take this course over for me? And I'd already been like toying with it, and I was already in the space I described, like totally frustrated. And I just thought, this is it. There's like, yes. And I knew when I was saying yes to it that I was gonna go all the way. Like, this wasn't like, I was like, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna become a great DJ. Like, this was not gonna be like just something I was dabbling with. Like,
Yeah.
And I knew at this point in my life as well, this is late in my career. And I just was like, I mean, it took me all of 5 seconds to say yes. I was just like, and yeah, I called him up, and that's it. The course started the Wednesday. This was the Monday. The Wednesday, I started.
Diva on the decks.
And that was it. And I also understood that I didn't have time. Like, I didn't have like 10, 20 years to like casually become a great DJ. Like, I had to put serious graft in.
Yeah.
And so I understood, like, I needed to elevate very quickly on a technical level, on every level. And so it was a big challenge I took on, and it was the best decision I ever made.
That's great.
Best decision, because also I'd hit a point in my career where it was like, I'm still releasing music, but things have shifted. Like, there's no riding on anything you've done in the past, fam. Like, there's none of that. You really are only as good as your latest song, your latest gig. It is not. I know that sounds like something you've heard a million times. Trust me, nobody cares. Yes, obviously the people that lived the experience with me care that I was the first lady of Kwaito, sure. But the current generation,
Let's be honest.
know who Tamara Dey is. They don't care, fam. You only exist if you exist, if you are there and a part of the music and a part of the culture. Like, so I understood. I got to a point where I was still releasing music. I'm still very much in the scene. I'm not an artist that's like lost touch with what's going on. Like, I live it. Like,
Yep.
I'm in there. So I'm definitely making relevant music. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm, you know what I mean? I haven't lost touch, but the usual routes were not working for me anymore. Radio was kind of like, when you become like an OG, the only thing this is the only thing that makes sense to me, because trust me, I've put a lot of thought into this, because I'm like, I started hearing about like ageism and this kind of thing.
Yes.
And to be honest, I was like, bullshit. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't believe it was a thing. Like, I was like, nah, that's like a folk
That's
tale.
great.
That's not real.
Yeah.
But it is real.
It's a real
It is a
thing.
real thing. And I was
Especially for
quite
women.
annoyed by it. Like, when I first started like getting a
women.
bit of like a little bit of a pushback there, I was like, what is this? Like, I've got a really good track record of like writing good music. Like, I just felt like, so and then you realize like none of that matters. Your track record does not matter. Nothing you did matters. Like, and then there's a kind of new generation in control who are sort of like, I feel like they see you the way you saw your parents when you were a teenager, where you're like, your parents are the OGs. Okay, so like, and literally everything that comes out of their mouth is like trash. They don't understand. They don't get it. Like, they're uncool. Anything they do is uncool. Like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Like, and I almost feel like there's a weird something like that goes on with the current generation and like the OG artists. They're kind of seen like that. They're seen as like they can't be cool. They can't be in touch with what's happening. They can't possibly, you know what I mean, still be relevant. So that is the only thing that I can kind of, because I've tried to understand it, and that is the only thing that really makes sense to me. It's something like that, and I could be wrong, but it's an interesting thing to debate, because that's the only thing that I've come up with that kind of remotely could make any sense, because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure there are some artists who have lost touch or what have you, but you cannot put everyone in that box, friend. You cannot. You really can't. Also, there's only one you. Like, how do you know what I mean? I feel like if every one of us is timeless to a degree, because you
You're
bring
the
something.
only, yeah.
So there's that. But anyway, long story short, I just realized, okay, this is not, I don't want to be out there trying to sell myself to people who don't get it or prove myself. I want to go back to a space where it's me and the crowd and the music, and all of that stuff doesn't matter. And the DJ space is where I was able to have that connection, where I'm playing for 2,000 kids on a street party in Cape Town, and they never heard of Tamara Dey. They just like, who's this DJ?
You begin your brand like you.
It's just there's no box. Yes, they can Google and find out, but in that moment, Tamara Dey doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're just this
and it's
DJ
a new, raw, authentic connection through music, through that moment. And so that's why, again, I've also resonated to that space, and why I've been able to build again in that space, because it's just like none of that stuff matters, and I don't have to fight with that being in a box thing. Okay, yes, there is a bit of, people who know me and having to kind of, there is, every gig is me kind of breaking those, whatever perception people have of me. They're like, oh, there is that. But for the young generation, it's just, it's like something new for them. Like, they don't even know who I am. So it's like, I love that. I love that. And then on the adverse, yes, and you were going to say, there is this, like, every gig is like me breaking some perception or some box that somebody has me in as like, oh, isn't she the,
isn't
didn't
she
do
this?
this?
Isn't she
And
that? Yeah.
Yeah, so it is,
I was,
it is
you
that
see me
as well.
counting, and I'm just like, there's a number of things that you're just mentioning in what you're saying, that just made me think, Ogote, was being relevant something that's you've subconsciously or actively tried to pursue?
No,
Yeah,
I
'cause
never tried to pursue it.
Yeah.
So it was just like, but you realize somebody else is questioning it. It wasn't me questioning.
Someone
my
else
relevance.
is questioning it.
I was
That's
never
her just
questioning it.
trying to be
I
this.
know
is
where I'm
that.
at.
Yeah.
I know my connection and my relationship with music
Yeah.
at large. You know what I mean? So I've never questioned it, but I started to see other people.
Obviously, we'll
they
question
will.
it.
They will. People are questioning.
So then you
But
like,
now,
what do you
Tamara-
mean?
Tamara, you are taking our bread. You have your own bread.
You're
Nah,
like,
nah, I'm
no,
not
you
doing
there,
that,
you must
Rafa.
stay there.
What are you doing?
No. Then you then you become aware of it. It's like age, for example.
It's like
I
our
don't think I
age.
don't tap into that energy. I don't talk about it. It's not a thing for me. I don't see it. I live in a world where, to be honest, nobody really ages, because you're in music spaces. So young people are coming in. Other people are moving out.
What do you mean
And-
no one ages, Tamara?
No. It's like when you're in music,
Yeah.
you're in a space where there's always an influx of young energy, and some people are moving past the scene. They're going to go and do whatever it is that they do, settle down, have,
Yeah.
But here, it's always that energy. It kind of is this like
More-
space where nothing, nobody ages. You don't feel age there because it's like, it's that space where people, you know what I mean? I don't know. Am I making sense?
I get what you mean, right? But I get confused in the sense that there's a question of ageism for a reason in the industry.
That's more
for
on
a
the.
reason.
I feel like that on the. That's more in the music, radio, like when
So which
that
space
space.
does it not
I'm
exist
talking
in?
about the party space, like the club space, where
The
people come
performing-
together to share music.
The performing
There's an agelessness almost. Do you know what I mean? But for me, as a person, as a soul, I've never really. When I was young, I hung out with people twice my age. When I was older, I hung out with people half my age. I'm an energy girl. I vibrate on a frequency. If you're on that frequency, we vibe. That's it. But it's other people that bring up age. Like it's always
Yes,
somebody
it is
else
other
that's like.
people.
So how or,
It doesn't like
and then I'm
worry
like
you, right,
jolted
at
into this
all.
like reality of like, oh yeah.
Go and
age.
shit.
Yeah, but I'm not there, bro.
No, you're not
I
there.
am not there.
I love to
I'm
hear
not- I
that.
don't- It's not a factor.
Listen, I love to hear it.
And it honestly, I would encourage people to live that way because I'll tell you this: society will put such limitations on you, and you will adopt those limitations. You will have some plan for your life by this age, this by that. It's such nonsense, and if you subscribe to it, you will miss out, my friend, on a whole lot. Like I felt it. I started. I started learning to DJ in my 40s.
Yeah.
There was a moment I was like, I maybe left this too late, and then I thought, you know what? There are people that we've lost. There are musicians who've passed. Like they would give anything to be in this
be there,
position.
yeah.
It would be a disgrace for me to
Yeah.
not do
Yeah.
this. It would be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but that is society's effect on you, telling you like, nah, it's too late. You've blah blah blah. There, I watched a reel of a woman. She was in her, 80s or 90s, and she said at 46, she wrote her first book. Okay, in her 50s, she had her biggest life-changing epiphany that sent her world on a trajectory to success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Then at this, and she was listing it like this, and I was like, wow, that is, you know what I mean? That's what we need to hear more of, because I feel like people feel like there's a time limit on things.
Yeah.
Do not tap into that
Expiry
thing.
date.
Do not do it. You will miss out on, wow, so much growth. Never stop growing, learning a new craft, upskilling, whatever it is, dreaming, chasing a new dream, whatever. Don't, and through your whole life. Just don't stop.
I'm glad you're the perfect
Don't
person,
stop.
by the way, to say this because first of all, when I look at you, I'm just like you've somewhat kind of like not even sure, kind of blurred those lines between the lines of age of what you're supposed to be doing at this age, what's supposed to be looking like, how you're supposed to be dressing, type of vibe, and that's quite enjoyable to see because even though we might say we live in a bubble where we say ageism and sexism and etc. is not a real thing. Unfortunately, ageism is a real thing.
Yeah, sexism is a real
and
thing too.
sexism with ageism for women.
Yeah, big time.
For women, unfortunately, it is because I
Big
keep making
time.
an example. I'm just like, think about a Carl Cox, for instance. Carl Cox is old, number one, and he knows he's old. I'm sure. What woman is
love it.
compare? I love it.
I
Yeah, I
love
love it.
it. They
My
must look
only
at it.
issue is that there's no women comparable to Carl Cox.
That are still,
that's
there's a couple,
exactly
there
that's
are
my
couples.
only issue.
But I hear you. There are a couple
So-
there are a couple of OGs in the DJ scene still rocking it.
Mahuta,
Females.
I'm talking about women.
Mahuta.
I'm talking about women.
But that I feel comes down to an imbalance of. I mean, I feel like the reason you're not seeing them is because they were very few at that time.
Very few.
They
like
were very few.
extremely.
There's so many more
Yeah.
now. It is a it is something important to me. Like I still to this day will look at certain lineups and see like one female on a massive. But I have to say this: I want to see more females in our industry represented on lineups. I want to see more non-binary artists. I want to see the underrepresented artists right up there. Like I would love to see it, like just like equality.
Pushed,
cool,
yeah.
right? But again, I also feel like we're not going to be putting women on lineups just
For
because
just
they're
the
women.
women. Do
Okay?
you see that part?
We are
No,
putting-
we are doing it.
We are
though.
putting-
People are doing it right now.
we
People
need
are
to
doing
be
it, let's
putting-
honest.
sake of attracting.
Yeah.
Okay, we should be putting artists who
Who know what
should
they're
be
doing and are
there
good at what
because
they're
they're
doing.
so good. But how do we fix that? How do we fix that?
How do we fix
So,
it, Miss Tamara?
The fixing is we've got to in a world where those artists didn't have the same opportunities at a time, we now need to feed them those opportunities. We need to nurture them. We need to invest in female talent that has the potential but maybe is not ready for that, and we need to help get them there. So there is a building that needs to happen, and it's in
100%.
investing in these artists and building and nurturing, not just throwing females on lineups because we want to have the representation, but because I know what people think. They're like, yeah, but you can't just put females on a line because they're female. No, I agree, but if we want to see that representation balance out, we've got to put the work into nurturing these artists who maybe, and it is harder. It is harder to be, an underrepresented minority in a world that's maybe very male dominated and whatever. And it can be a bit of a boys' club, and it has been in the past.
It is a boys' club, yeah.
But it's only going to be through the nurturing and growing of the female talent and others that we can actually see them rightfully right up there, But I think it's a process. It's a process, is what I'm saying. So I have to mention that I'm working with an incredible movement called Lady of the House. I don't know if you've heard about it. So their whole mission is to uplift underrepresented artists in dance music culture, mainly female and non-binary artists. And I recently started working with them, met up with them. They have a couple of other female musos in the country they're working with, Gigi Lemaine, Shamiso, Mani Badu, somebody else. Oh my goodness, and now my memory's gone. But anyway, amazing female artists. There's a demo competition for female producers they've put out there. Really, really dope. They're going to be releasing those artists on Lady of the House Records.
Dope.
I mean, I did a bit of digging there. I mean, these people are serious, and they're going to other territories, where artists are, struggling to get out there and really putting them onto a world platform, which is a movement I'm very excited to get behind.
We need more initiatives like that.
Yeah.
A lot more.
100%. But I think that, honestly speaking, I'm glad that someone like you, for instance, has started an initiative like that, because I've realized that the mentorship aspect is what we're missing a lot in the industry, and people that were supposed to be mentoring are not mentoring.
I don't think that, excuse me saying this, right? I don't think the methods of now and the methods of old are the same. Therefore, it makes it hard for, let's say, me, if I was an old person, to come mentor you as the youth, or as a woman to woman. There's a lot of sub-politics that go into it. Yeah.
But has music business changed?
Yes, dramatically.
It really hasn't changed that much, though. It hasn't changed. Because I feel like how do I put this? If you've collected certain experiences and resources, you're sitting in a better position to be a mentor to someone who just has the dream of today. Because if someone from today is like, things are from today, like you're saying, that they are different. I'm just saying that someone who has the dream today, as opposed to someone who has the resources from back then, is sitting in a better position to be a mentor. That's what I think. Even though you're saying that they are different, but the past has informed the future. It's informing the future. So I really think that, for instance, I'm not saying, and honestly speaking, I'm not saying that your 2 decades plus Tamara's, your 3 decades plus Oskitos have to have that mentorship, hat. That you guys have to have it, that you guys have a responsibility. But it would be nice if Yeah,
I mean-
yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Who should play that role?
like you don't have to, but it would be nice.
I think for some
if
people
some
it's an
people
instinctive
did.
thing, and for some it's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember the people that guided me when I
Yeah.
was starting in this business,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of mentoring going, and there wasn't a label on it,
Yeah.
but it was happening. There were females
Indirectly,
There were
yeah.
females who embraced me, who I learned from in the studio. There was a lot of that. It wasn't like I said under the label mentorship,
Yeah,
but it
of
was
course, yeah.
happening, and we absolutely. I think it's got to be authentic.
Okay.
You know, I think
That makes sense
it's
as
got to be
well.
authentic for you.
Yeah.
Like, I want to. I now at a point more so ever than before want to be a part of building things.
Yeah.
It was always about me. I was like the
That's
front
me.
woman and the artist, and like you know my song and my brand, and blah blah blah. Push, chase that dream. Now I've kind of stepped into like. Don't get me wrong. I'm still
You're still
chasing
pushing.
a dream
Yeah.
as an individual.
Yeah.
But I'm also pushing another dream now, which is being part of building the culture. And it's like, it's a very different, beautiful energy where where I can be a part of creating a platform where young artists can rise.
Yeah.
And I can share my knowledge with them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? About how things work. And it's a very organic exchange, but it's a space of learning and upliftment, and it's watching the culture and watching dance floors fill up and watching it's I was part of it before, but I wasn't part of it. I wasn't part of it in that
I
way.
get it because I get
and
it.
now there's a you can be a part as an experienced artist, whatever, promoter, producer of like building something bigger than you. And that means there's mentorship, there's giving young people opportunity, there's a really cool space there. to
Yeah, I
explore.
believe so. I believe
In your
100%.
endless lists of talents that you have, right? I see now we're talking mostly about within the DJ scene. But in terms of like, I like what you did. So the last time we were with Tamara, it was at, what's that conference?
Africa Rising.
Yeah, that
yeah.
Yeah.
conference. she was taking pictures, and they were
Yes,
like,
yes,
yes. After the interviews.
Yeah.
And then after that, Tamara was like, hey, let's go to studio. I'm like, hey. So we go to the studio, right? When we get there, there's these guys, what the Planetoids.
Yeah.
Right, so the Planetoids.
Oh, the Planetoids were the
the group.
boys you were talking about to me, because you
Yeah,
came
the
and talked to me
groups.
all about. He came and,
Yeah,
German
so-
and
boys.
talked to me all
I
about
said,
them.
let's
Crazy.
interview them now. I wanted to say, let's interview these people now. Sai, what are you doing? So we get to studio. There's already a track that was laced. Did she not direct the hell out of that whole
I
entire
believe that.
session? She wrote on the spot and direct, like the song was done. I don't know.
No, it all happened. They came up with these guys were crazy. He said, what do you want to make? And we were like, oh, let's go with this kind of. And that he was on the keys, laying down
A hit.
It was mad, but these guys were faster.
Yeah.
They were challenging me. Honestly, I
Efficient.
know what it looked like from your perspective. I was like,
She was grilling them about the mixing. My mixing has to be.
I was like, these guys are fast. Like they were within seconds. There was a bass line of a chord progression.
Dudes.
They were very quick, and I learned a lot from those boys. They're in their 20s.
Is that the first time you've had a session like
first
that?
time? We literally, that was mad.
Wow, that was so insane.
Where
That
was
was
I
crazy.
actually?
Upstairs. Literally, you were upstairs. She just got there.
Oh, wait, but you came in. Wait.
We bumped into each other. Like literally after she disappeared, you came up. I think you were rolling. The last time I saw her after, she was rolling with Penny.
Yeah.
Penny Ilbian.
Yeah.
Then she comes out of nowhere. I'm like, I thought you left. And then you had just done that with those ladies that you interviewed in the afternoon.
Okay.
You went inside towards the bar. Tamara comes up the stairs. Hey,
Let's go.
Dana cigarette.
Studio.
Studio. That was it.
No, those guys were crazy. They literally were like, we met and they were like, "Yeah, let's go to the studio." And I was just like, I mean, to be honest, they were so brilliant live. I'd never even heard of them, but they were playing this like live disco house, and I was like, And they just, it's one of those things. I just jumped in. And I learned what I wanted to say. I was briefly talking about it earlier, about how I feel like maybe I overproduce a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I get in, like I towards the end of finishing a song, like I go to some places, babe. Like it's deep. It's like where I start hearing things that nobody else can hear, and I know there's a finessing there that is magic. But these guys taught me that sometimes you can finesse too much.
Yeah, I need to learn that.
There's a rawness and approach to a production that these dudes had, like where I would be like now trying to like get into the details.
Yeah.
And they're just like
1, 2,
send.
3.
And
Let's go.
and the way that audiences respond to that looseness, to that
rawness.
Like, yes. And I started to realize, like, I think maybe I'm taking it a step too far.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's like so, but actually there's something that gets lost when you start fine tuning too much. And they taught me that, and I was like,
Where does that come
wait a
from?
minute.
I need
like,
to learn that because that's where I
Where
go.
does
Okay,
that
I'm
come
done.
from?
I'm over it.
Yeah, because
I'm-
we were
I'm-
talking about it, about not finishing, and so I finished, but I take it to levels, like, and it has a very polished, like,
It's done.
end product, you know. But I feel like I learned from these guys that there's maybe a space where you can take it too far, like it's too finessed,
Yes,
it's too
it's too
perfect,
finessed.
it's too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too in the pocket. It's like there's something about this kind of like a freer space, and you know the younger generation, they have it. They have this
They
rawness.
do. They're like, just
And
go.
I'm also
just go
looking
with
back
it.
at my earlier work with Flash Republic and realizing that's what we had. We
Wasn't
had a
master
rawness.
T,
It wasn't perfect.
Yep.
I could sit and script. It was not perfect, but there was magic. Like, and I'm like, okay. Like I've almost like now I know too much. I know too much about production. I've learned too much of this. I've sat in too many studios and I can hear things like, oh no, there's a something there that needs to go. Great to have those skills. But actually what you want to go back to is the you before that,
basic.
where it was raw, it was like
You know what
fresh.
she does?
Like no.
We get
so
out
let's
of
go
the
back.
studio.
Let's go back.
We get out of the studio. We're in the Uber, right? We're headed to McDeezy. Like, we going, né? I'm like, that song is the one. You, I can't believe it.
Yeah, what did she say?
Yo, Tamara, you. Like, yeah, it's the one. She was in the energy. A week later, hey, T, where's that song coming out? I'm asking the other guy from the label, hey, when is that song? Tamara, where's the song? I'm still working on it. Like, please, that song, I want to
So
play
here's
it.
the reality. Here's the reality. I
wanna
did
go-
2 songs with him, right?
Yeah.
So the one, Appetite, which is the one you heard, it went back through our process because it was coming out of my project. So they gave me the song. I got all the stems. And then I like a package, right? So I wanted it to be mixed and mastered through the same studio. So everything had
Yeah, makes sense.
like
to
a,
me.
yeah. So the end product was like,
Yeah.
you know. So I took what they'd done and the vocal, and it went through that process, and the song was great. But the other song I did with them that they released, which is called So Cool, like that thing got into the top 40 on High Fault. Like it went up to like number. And it didn't go through that fine tuning process.
It had you on it.
raw. I had guys phoning me saying, "This is the best thing I've heard you on in years," and I'm like, "Yo, these kids have just schooled me, bro. Like, they schooled me. They reminded me that you can get to a point where it's just like you got to stop. Like, don't lose
over-finesse.
the magic in a song because you're so skilled at
You know,
production."
you just know.
And the
Yeah.
mixing and that you actually end up losing it.
Yeah.
And that song had got way more love and leverage and airtime, and people loved it like people than the other one.
Yeah.
That went through my mixing and mastering process. That's truth.
That's my lesson right
So
there.
it was like it was a really good lesson because I was like, wow. And I also like I've always loved working with young, new talent. There's an energy there that like I bring knowledge that they don't have, and I bring something to the songwriting that I know is like on it. That when they work, they're like, yo, they're like, wow, they've never worked with a vocalist like this or something like that. But what they're bringing is something that it's not easy for me to tap into because now I've gone too far down that road.
You're too far. Yeah,
I know too much.
Yeah,
I'm a
know too much,
perfectionist.
yeah.
It's like, and then I'm from them. I'm getting this like, well, okay, wait, let's just sit in this place of rawness and like things are a bit loose, and actually, that's where the magic is. So we're learning from each other. That's why it's a beautiful, beautiful
That's
exchange.
Dope. That's dope.
To be honest, I'm more likely to want to work with guys like that than even like some of the OGs.
Makes sense
because
to
I feel
me.
like we both
You'd probably something is
like
just
overthinking things. I don't know, like.
And nothing
And
is off
for
brand,
me,
as
there's
you said.
something new
Yo.
and something there's like this like genre bending. There's
That was
mad
it.
exciting things happening there. I lean more towards that. I want to be in those spaces, working with.
I love that actually.
Learning from the young
that.
energies, because they're in a magic that you have at a time in your life before you blew up, before you got, influenced by a lot of
technical.
things.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic. I'm so sorry. It's like,
Too technical.
sorry. Talk to me.
No, my question was on that point of being technical, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that is a fundamental shift in how creatives are going to be working? Or do you think that's just something that's happening now? And I say that because back in the day, if you wanted to be a musician,
Yeah.
all right, let's think about, these old, composers, the Beethovens, the Mozarts. You spend years learning your craft and what. Then you're considered, a musician.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you think about music back in the day, I listened to a lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
People always talk about how Dr. Dre is crazy and that, his level of production, he's the person who's sitting there and remastering the song. And then he has to go and he goes and recreates a specific sound, just so that, and no one else will ever appreciate that thing, right? But the sonics, if you've ever heard an old Dr. Dre album, the sonics of those albums are like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, obviously I'm in video production,
Yeah.
and we see it as well, that the TikTok generation loves that unrefined that unrefined content. When it looks too polished, etc., they switch off. They just want it, raw and that type of thing. And when you look at Amapiano, a lot of Amapiano has been criticized that it's got bad production, that it literally feels like someone made the beat, they put some vocals, and that was it. Like no one even
why not,
bothered
though?
to
Let's actually talk about that.
that's
Why
actually
not,
no,
though?
but
am
I'm just
I a
saying that's
stickler?
been one of
I
the.
mean, think about the Kwaito, like back in the day.
Yeah,
Was
that-
it
Yeah.
not raw and
It was raw.
unfiltered?
But
It was like
But the
Raw and
Kwaito was
unfiltered.
made in didn't you guys make in those really high quality studios with high quality,
what the Kwaito?
Yeah.
I sang the vocal for Tatim Patla in a bathroom toilet.
Ma'am.
It was the recording booth was a toilet. This was in the early, it was like before, and I watched Kalawa build bigger and bigger studios.
Yeah.
When I recorded Tatim Patla, it was a toilet that had been turned into a recording booth. Like the
Yeah.
The sonics are good in the toilet.
yeah.
The sun.
Sam, I promise you. And I've recorded in spaces like that in high-end studios. I mean, I don't know. For me, so just getting back to what you were saying.
Yeah, so for me, it's just, do you feel like, because it feels like we're in this moment across creative, whether you are in video production, in music, even from from an image generation point of view, right? We've lowered the barriers so much when it comes to creativity, and this generation is like,
It's such a
quick and
double-edged sword.
easy.
Can I be honest?
Exactly.
It's such
Yeah.
a double-edged sword. Because let me say, you as an artist, you pride yourself to have this like next level look, package, bam,
Yeah.
bam. It looks world class. It looks
Yeah.
like it's expensive. It looks like, it's the high quality production, the high quality visual, the high quality, that's always been the mission. It's like, you pay yourself to, world other artists, and you wanna be on that level, right? And then you've got this new generation. And so we've gotten there, right? We've skilled, we've leveled up, we know how to make this like polished content, this quality, blah, 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 blah. We're
American
great at that.
standard.
The music, the whatever, like the performances, they're not just like everyone. I mean, when I started, the guys were performing on top of their CD. There were no backing tracks. They would unwrap the plastic of a CD and give it to the sound guy, and us would be jamming over the top. I was like, what? Now, different story. Like like performance has gone onto another level. The dancers, the blah blah blah, blah. Cool. But then you've got this new generation who have this like they want this unfiltered raw content, and I feel like now that highly polished thing, it's not that impressive to them. Like, you know what I mean? And one thing I will take from them is the push towards authenticity.
Yeah.
We are so scripted. We've become our
Yeah,
generation.
we've become.
Like, the moment the camera's on, I'm at work, fam. It's like
I'm at work.
boom, there's like a presentation. There's a way I talk. And more, it gives me the ick. Like, I want to move away from that. I don't. But we learned to switch on and be ready to perform and be ready to and it's this level and this, and the current generation are like, what is that? Like, they are not. They're like, ew. Like, what is that? And it's great because it's just like I want to move back to on musical level the magic, like I said, of when things were raw, it wasn't so polished. I want to move back to that in many ways in my life because I'm too well trained, fam. I'm like, it's like, do you know what I'm saying? The camera goes and it's like best angle, like zah, boom, and it's this and that, and it's not only our fault, but we've become part. You develop your product and you become really good at getting your best angle and being able to like hold yourself down in an interview, but now we're missing the heart and soul of things because we've become too polished and too rehearsed and too I don't know what.
I laughed. That's what Greg said to Oskidos. We miss the old Oskido, man. This, not this polished one. We want the old one.
I get it,
Like,
but I see it in myself as well. Sometimes I'm just like,
that old Tamara.
it's a great skill to be able to like hold it down.
We needed that part, by
We
the
needed
way.
it. Like, it was a part of growing and
Yeah.
becoming a
I'm
professional.
sing in this genre, okay?
But I don't know, man. I feel like I also really love the podcast world for that.
Yeah,
the
for
podcast
that.
world has given us real talk. And our industry needed it. We needed to see our
Hiking.
heroes like just unfiltered. We really do, because it's such a smoke and mirrors thing. It's
It
like,
is.
it's not real. A lot of it is so, like, people can go and look at my Instagram. They've got no idea what's going on in my life. And I've never really been one to put my personal things out there. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like it.
yeah,
I've got
yeah.
a lot of pride. I'm a bit like,
It's that professionalism thing.
I don't-
I can't appear in a
but-
certain way.
but some things have happened in my life where I understand that it's important for people to connect with you on a human level.
100%.
And I do feel like the podcast game has given that to the world. It's given us that seeing our
More
heroes in a
authentic.
very human,
In a human way.
And so that is definitely a journey I'm on. It's moving away from this like place I got to where I was this like polished,
Like a
like
porcelain
everything was just
doll.
so like,
Kills innovation.
yo, fam, we gotta,
Back then, you
I'm not
used
on
to
that vibe
innovate.
anymore. I'm loving moving back to just into back to a different version, to a stripped down, raw version of myself.
Or record in the toilet.
More record in the
I'm
toilet.
ready. Where's the bathroom?
There's a bathroom. Tamara.
Let's go make a track.
Let's go.
Just make
We don't need
music.
much. There's one over there.
No, so yeah.
You know, I've always wondered, actually, as we keep talking, Nje, about everything, I think we're touching on a bunch of stuff, but I always wondered two things more than anything. since we were just talking about authenticity, I'm just wondering how much of your self-awareness was so important and a directive to you, your career, and the music that you make. And also, it sounds as though you decided on dance music quite a long time ago. And
Oh, yeah.
and so
I remember the moment.
The moment.
It was
Like,
even
what
it was a-
informed it? Like,
There was a moment. It was like I was like a kid who was like in the drama class and in the lead in the school play, and I was like, in the choir, and I was, trying to get into start a band and whatever. I was doing all these things, and I ended up at a rave where I shouldn't have been because I was
as many
totally
teenagers
underage.
do.
Don't do that. I'm not encouraging it.
No, I don't.
But I found myself alone on a little dance floor, like some little side dance floor that I discovered, missioning through this huge like warehouse vibe, like. And I walked in there, and there was a track playing, and it was a female vocal over a house track, and I was like, that's going to be me. I'm going to be this voice over this music in this, like it became very specific. It was like, and you know what that song was? Runaway, off the New York Soul album, Masters at Work.
Okay.
The vocalist is India. I think she was married to him at the time. And so, yeah, do go and check that song out. But that was the song. And that was it. That was it. Like it became very, it was going to be dance music for me. Of course I love to dabble in, I'll always dabble. Jazz, I do the live band thing. I'll never stop. I love music, but I don't know, dance music has always been...
Would you teach performance? Like, have you watched her perform? Like, I was sitting there and I was like, oh my goodness. It reminds me of when I was young, watching this lady. She's doing it again. Like, and she serenades you. Like, she could perform here, right? And every single seat will be entertained. I find a certain amount of laziness with today's artists. I'm not going to specify anyone, but it's like, I'm at the mic, I'm singing, and I'm dancing, and that's it. I'm not going to come serenade Joel and ask, is everyone enjoying the night?
That's an old school professionalism thing that the kids nowadays, a lot of them are not aware of. That I can perform and entertain the entire crowd, and the crowd will be happy.
But now, doesn't that bring us back to the mentoring and where maybe that's lacking?
Perhaps.
So you must teach them. It must be in the Tamara curriculum.
The Tamara curriculum.
You know what I wanted to explore once, which I was quite, it's something I've toyed with, but I feel like there are a lot of, there's so much incredible talent out there that gets kicked to the curb because a young artist will be like plucked out of obscurity, signed to a label. They may be like in their teens. And then they'll have some hits and the label will push like it's where the money is and they'll go. But there's no development. So for example, this artist might be super talented and have a look and it's marketable and sellable and it's like got a, whatever's happening on TikTok. But there's no character development. There's there's no one teaching you how to handle yourself in the business. So now this artist starts to upset people. Because why? They're a teenager with no life skills. Now, and the adults that are looking after you are record label people. And their objective is something else.
Yeah.
Now you've got a kid, super talented, who ends up falling off, who sings like Beyonce. But they've fallen off so badly and nobody worked with them because they've been labeled difficult to work with. It's like, but you never nurtured this artist.
No life skills.
But you never taught this artist how to handle themselves as a professional. You never took the time to understand the unique needs of this artist to create longevity in this artist's career. You never said, okay, cool, this artist is a brilliant songwriter, but they're not great live. So now we're going to take this person, we're going to get Tamara Dey in. She's going to come and work on this person's performance because we want to make sure that our investment is gonna have longevity. We're gonna make sure that this artist is growing in their weak parts. We're developing that so that they are well-rounded and they have a long career. So the moment it starts to look a bit wobbly, they're like, oh, okay, no, too difficult to work with. Next. And now you've got a kid with the voice of Beyonce who is just disappeared, fallen off the face of the earth. It's like that stuff bothers me, bro. And I feel like there's a level to which the labels that take on these young artists, and like, I mean, I don't mean any disrespect, but I was thinking of maybe offering a service where I come in and I look at each artist as a unique entity and go, okay, cool, this is your strength. This is where we need to put some work in. Okay, now it's styling. There's no image. We're going to bring in somebody to now develop your image. Then we're going to, for this one, it's songwriting. Like, great performer, look, got the whole package, but now we're developing your songwriting skills. And you go, and now you're developing the artist and you're giving them the skills about how to be a professional, how to handle your social media, there's a lot of, that's the level of nurturing that needs to happen.
Or at
Do you know what I
least
mean?
the knowledge to oversee if there's a team.
But now, do you know what I was told when I was starting to like get serious about this whole thing? Is that the labels will not spend money on it. They will not pay for it. And I was like, but this is how you're going to make more money. This is how the artist wins and the label wins. Like, the industry wins. We all win. You know what I mean? And it comes down to investing, nurturing, mentoring. It's there. But also, that's, the label should be spending money on that. They should be investing in their product.
I mean, I thought they were.
On that level. No, I've never seen anything like that. I'm talking like, I've seen so many young artists fall off and they lose interest because they're too difficult. But they're not difficult. They just need help. They need, they need help. They need support. So anyway, that's just something that's
mentorship.
It is a big thing to take on.
I
I'm
think
kind of
I
busy
think
with
it-
some other
yeah.
stuff, like at the moment.
It sounds like a
But
lot
I do
that you
feel like it's something that our industry needs, and it would be so awesome to see labels invest in artists on that level.
Psychologically, are you equipped to, because there's a lot that's happening. Like, some people are not psychologically well
Yes.
put together to
giggle.
But for real, like, these
Yeah.
are things
A
I've
lot
come
of
to
artists fall
realize.
off because of
Yeah.
the mental, they can't
I
handle
used
it.
to say, no,
Yeah.
yeah, pop or whatever. But people fall off, and it's a serious reason. It's glitching, or it was never coached, or the person was never coached.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen. Okay, let me play a bit of
Devil's advocate.
Yes.
Yes. Bring
We
it on.
literally just talked about authenticity and how polished we've been. Isn't this all of these additional things kind
Polishing
of
the artist?
Yes. Removing
No,
their
for me,
authenticity.
where I'm coming
yeah?
from, this is more about helping them develop a skill set that will help them have longevity.
Great use of words, actually. Yeah.
It's about, you know what I mean? Like, it's about self-development. It's about development. I don't think it's about, I hear you though. I
Yeah.
hear you what you're saying.
Kind
It's
of, yeah.
interesting. But again,
I mean, look.
I want to see these artists thrive. For me, that's
Exactly.
where it's coming
I
from.
mean,
it's not about polishing the product. For me, it's about equipping them with the tools
That
where
makes
they
sense.
don't wig out and they don't behave so unprofessionally that nobody will
Understanding
work
that
with
they
them.
become the best
You are a
self or
Equipping
the
them with
best
the knowledge,
artist with the knowledge. Yeah.
I'm not saying they should overproduce their music like I have. I'm saying that there should be another level of nurturing.
I mean, it makes sense. Like
You
you said,
know?
it is a double-edged sword, and also the sense that, like, even though this generation claims that they are all authentic, that authenticity is also in itself directed. Let's be honest.
Yes, and it's also the product.
It's the product.
Exactly.
The intention is to come across as someone who is like this,
And I can
there's
tell you
work
that
you put into
on the
that.
list of what we're trying to achieve from the day, that's one of the things.
Yeah.
It needs to look as raw
It
and
needs to
authentic
look as
as
raw.
possible.
That rawness is
Yeah,
also
that's what we're
so
going for.
in as much as we can say today that the generation of today is so
machine is still the
authentic,
same. It hasn't
it's still the
changed. Yeah,
same.
no,
It's
no,
just
no,
a
no,
different
no, no, no.
directive. It's just
Yeah, it's just different art directions.
it's a different. So it is the same. And plus, like,
Interesting.
imagine the same the same young people. These people, when they watch, when they're unsatisfied about how lackluster a performance is, or they are mad at, they are big mad. So the safest bet is to put the product in and put all of what you need to put into the performance and into the image, into the brand, and direct that authenticity. Otherwise, if you're not trying, they will come after you. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If you're not trying, they'll come after you, even though they want, oh, we want clean, we want authentic, we want this, we want that. Oh, a blurry picture is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it, but they will come after you if they feel like it's not
you're right.
fitting. You get me?
You are right.
So it's a tricky thing. Like you said, it's a double-edged sword in many ways. It's double-edged. I personally don't.
That's why I said Oskido, because that's when I saw Oskido living like that. When I started out,
Have you seen his TikToks? That's how much he doesn't care right
Fam,
now.
I love him. I love him.
Now I'm referring to the old Oskido.
I love him as like this
I want to
example
be like
of
this as a DJ, okay? I don't care what I'm wearing. I mean, I'm the DJ. When I show up there with shorts, you must know it's me, Like that scruffy look. You don't have to. I'm always clean.
I
Spick and
just, you know
span.
what I love about him? I just love that he is living proof that I just love the way he never stops evolving.
Yeah,
like,
I
he's
guess
just
so, yeah.
he just, every time I pop on there and I see him doing something new, I'm like, you go. Show them that you're not going anywhere. This oak is not going anywhere. He's like, and I really relate to that because I'm that artist too. And I love that. I do love that about him. I hear you how you could miss that old Oskido, that one, the way these things are. But again, it keeps coming up for us. I also kind of, I also realized I miss it myself. I miss that. I miss it in many ways.
Yeah.
Even my, this brand that I'm building, these events that I've been doing, Oda and Bus, I've launched a tech house brand. And,
Oh, snap.
And we've been going for like a year and a half. And it's been about going back to that rawness. I feel like the culture became, very pop bottles, and we're on our cell phones, and it's everyone kind of being seen in the DJ box and the whole thing. And
So bad.
I want us to. For me, I grew up in a time where there were no cell phones, okay, and we were hands in the air, getting down and dirty.
Oh, yeah.
And I miss it. And when I started DJing and I started, I'm hungry for that energy again. And so that's why I started throwing my own parties and throwing my own events and moving back to
Are we
for
being
me.
Delulu though? By wanting
No.
that? Because like someone
No.
said to me, you guys are being Delulu.
No.
It's not like how it used to be. I'm like, it's not Delulu.
I'm not saying cut out all of that.
No,
It's part of
yeah,
it's
but-
part of the game. But you can bring back that energy on a
Yes.
dance floor, fam.
Like,
You can bring it back with the music. You can bring it
I think
back
you can.
with how you roll.
But
you
you're
can't
not-
get
you-
away
you-
from content.
You can't get away from it, yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but
People are always also going to be chasing your
You-
clout at the same time,
Yeah.
so you can't get away from that.
But
as
there's
well.
ways we can reconnect with that energy, and it's definitely through the music, fam. It's about going back.
through the
The music being the driving factor of like people coming together. And then, there's other things that are going to happen. I'm building a brand now. And so obviously now we want to align with brands because we want financial
help,
injection so
yeah.
we can elevate, because we're elevating. We're giving people a bigger and better experience every event. Now, we'd love some financial collaboration with various brands. There's opportunity. And then it starts moving towards that other machine. It's like, but I think essentially, staying connected to that energy and why you're doing what you're doing and not losing touch with that is vital in this game.
I mean, there's a way to do it. Like, for instance, I think in the eventing space, more than anything, home therapy, for instance, when you come in, they cover your phones. You don't have phones, and you're just there for
that's
a
the
good
toy
time.
policy.
I don't
A
mind
toy
it.
policy
I
as
was at
well.
an
So
apartment
people just are
yesterday,
like,
and
yeah.
again, they cover your phone with the sticker.
They want you to be
I'm not going to
present,
lie,
I
there were a
guess.
few moments where I was like, oh.
I want to capture this.
It was just the vibe, the look. I was like, oh, But we just danced.
We
the
just
whole time.
danced. Yeah, you
that's
just-
where we go to lose
you just-
ourselves.
yeah,
you
you just
no
dance.
cameras
So
in my
nice.
face.
Yeah. You
And
just dance.
I'm the content queen, guy. Like I'm
Ma'am.
on that. I'm on that ride. I curate a lot of stuff. I drive for a lot of my brands. I'm always in charge of that side of things. So it's
Yeah, your Instagram is hot. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're hot too.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's true.
Thank you. So are you guys.
Oh,
Saying.
So it
I mean,
makes sense
damn.
that you'd be the content.
But it's refreshing. Hey, it's
Yeah.
so nice to be on a dance floor and not be looking at my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
Do you remember that initiative that came through COVID where they had like this red sticker? I forgot the name. Like it's like a bullseye, and we were joining it, and everyone was in one big WhatsApp group for artists because we weren't getting bookings, and the president didn't want to open up.
the money to
Yeah.
Can I tell you what the worst thing I heard in COVID was? It's like the worst thing I heard was during that time in the UK, I think it was, the government made an announcement that artists should learn a new skill.
Yep,
I
yes.
remember that.
Yep.
Listen, I didn't know who to email or who to like. I've never been more angry. It's just like in the good times when you need us, we are there.
We are carrying.
We are there. You're
on our
making the best
shoulders.
memories of your life. Blah blah blah. But when the hits the fan, you tell us we must learn a new
another
skill. That is like zero respect for what people in the arts do. And there is still an issue with that. It's still looked at as not like a fully valued career option. It's still in this day and age that somebody could make a comment like that. It's just. I found it very offensive.
I understand.
For
Same,
all of
same.
us.
Yeah,
It's
yo.
just like, how dare you?
Yo.
You're not telling these other guys to go and learn a new skill, go choose a new career path. Like, do you know how vital? You don't even understand that music is part of human survival.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a healing
It's a healing
mechanism.
mechanism.
It is medicine. It is medicine for
Yeah.
human beings. And you want to tell us to go and learn a new skill. That's how little you value that medicine.
As
that,
if we don't
that-
contribute to the GDP.
as well.
Highly,
As
by the
well.
way.
No, listen.
I understand that. Who do
Yo,
you email?
Good thing I wasn't in the same room as that man
I
that
don't
day.
know. I don't know
Because
who
I'm
to
not a
email.
fighter, but fam.
I wish there was like some senior guy like who controls every president, and then it's like, look at your people; they are not doing the things. Aye.
No, that was a tough nut.
I
Just
said
what?
that.
Yeah, I just.
To say that there were such initiatives, right, where
Yes.
artists were being mobilized to be able to, make awareness that we also need to survive. Hence, we need the
Yes.
country to open up. However, the part about these initiatives is the fact that they just end. Like that initiative, it was a Cape Town initiative. I
Oh, it
think.
stopped
And then
at
it's,
some point.
after the gates were open, it stopped. But they were advocating. The reason I don't like activism because I don't know where activism is gonna go. Then it just purely ends like that.
Feels like it's got a shelf life.
or someone bought them
no
out.
long-
Here's 500,000. Keep
That's what
yourselves
happens to it.
busy. And then like now we're just in this huge group. Now everyone is exiting. Tamara's gone. So now we're stuck with the situation where you're saying like no one's representing us. Who's representing us in parliament? No one.
Oh no, yeah, we
It's
just.
Fikile.
You know what? I'll just say this: community. I found a lot in this game over 2 decades. I don't know if it's because when you're an artist, you are the product, and it's very like me. It becomes, it's this, I don't. I don't know if that's maybe one of the reasons, or if it's also just the nature of our culture here. But I've always felt like it's very like every man for himself a bit.
It really is.
And if we can lean more into community, like and be a little bit less, accept that there's space for us all. Yes, it's oversaturated, blah blah blah, but there's power when we come together to make a lot of healthy change for the industry. Like I'm on this group. It's like a WhatsApp group for the Cape Town party scene, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of DJs and promoters are on there. It's like it's a community group that they started. And I know every single party that's happening in Cape Town every weekend. Like, I can see what festivals are coming up. I can see what's happening. I can see what DJs are on the lean up. On the lean up. Hopefully nobody's on the lean up.
Hopefully
I'm hoping guys have outgrown that lifestyle, please.
This lifestyle is this lineup is very lean. Two artists.
Yeah.
And many more.
Please don't be on the lean up. Anyway, on the lineup, and it's like I understand what's happening in the culture. I can understand who to call if I want to maybe do something at this venue, or maybe get something going here, or this is the guy to talk to, or you know what I mean. And then I realized like there's nothing like that in Joburg. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Like I know because I'm very much on social media, sure. But I want a community group. So I literally last week started my own little. I'm sure people are like, "Oh, bless this girl," because I literally invited like half my phone book, like to join this community. I'm pretty sure you've probably been. Did you get a WhatsApp from me?
I changed my number.
You changed. I need your number so I can invite you. I want to know what people are doing. I want to help market people's events. I want to. I want us to build this scene together. I want us to be a community.
Okay, two things.
You know what I mean? So if we can, I don't know, because you brought that up for me when you're talking about this hub that now everyone's fallen off. Is there a space we can create where we are really uplifting each other?
Okay, two things, right?
Please, yeah.
Two things. Okay, so I was in a group like that.
And
I'm not good at groups. That's the only thing about me. It's
I
there were
mean,
thousands of artists, of musicians in it.
Okay. Was it too much?
Music. What was it called? Music something Africa, I think.
Okay.
So, but there were a lot of messages that were going through. But I'm not good with groups, so I pop in here and there. But if someone is willing
I'm also not much of an engager.
Yeah. But also that part of wanting to know what people are up to, what to go to, etc. It's nice, yeah. The part of having a specific community of entertainers / promoters in one group, isn't it a little bit closed off industry vibes?
Well, for me, I mean,
I'm just wondering. Because also another thing is that I love Cape Town groove scene. I want to find myself in a lot of groove scenes there. I'm not gonna lie. One thing I've heard about a lot of some part of the scene though is that it's cliquey.
Oh yeah.
That's what I heard.
I actually have some friends who've moved down there, like a phenomenal DJ. I won't mention her name, but big DJ. She's been in the scene for years. Everyone knows her. And she recently moved down there. She said to me, it's been brutal.
That's what the girls are saying in Cape Town.
She can't. She said she calls people and reaches out and they don't answer.
They don't answer. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've always heard this about Cape Town. I think because I had a huge group of friends down there, and I was almost like in the little like
you're in
DJ club bubble thing. Yeah. I didn't feel it as much. But it's crazy to see a DJ like her go down there and get kind of not be let in.
You're in,
you
clearly.
Know what I mean? But
it's
like, that was quite
in.
Shocking to me because this is not.
This is not like
somebody
trying
just
their
walked in
luck.
off the street going like, hey. I didn't like that. I didn't like hearing that was the struggle. I just felt like. So you do hear a lot about that. I think I always felt like Joburgers are a lot more open. We're a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know. We always have that energy. But I did just want. It's more just we were chatting earlier as well. Like I want to know who's starting something new. I want to see who's building the scene, who's doing exciting things. How can we help? How can I?
Yeah, I get it.
I want to be. I don't want it to be an exclusive thing. Like for me, there's people who are just party people I've invited because these are kids that are very invested in the culture. So it doesn't matter if you're a promoter, musician, a party person who's very busy on the scene. I like all of these people, even musician friends who whatever. I just want it to be a space where we can all see how this thing is building and how we can build it together. Like,
I mean,
there's a lot of
get it.
competition as well. There's a lot of there's a lot of like politics and stuff like that, which I've always hated. I'm not a girl that gets into
That
politics.
part.
I hate it. I hate the politics in the scene. I feel like it's just.
I wanted to ask you, since
That
you,
part.
Since
I don't
she's
tap
also now
into
a
it, but
DJ
I-
You
as
see
well.
now, yeah, now
I
since
hate
now
it.
you're also a DJ and you're
Hey!
experiencing the politics on every angle.
That's what I was scared for her.
It's
Like,
wild.
Like, what? Okay, what are you doing, Tamara? It's not because of the aspect of DJing, but it's the oh no, okay, who's she clicking with at the current moment? Oh snap! Those people now we can't call Tamara because they're gonna say no, don't go there and perform there because
Oh no,
that's that guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've gotten calls. I've gotten calls about people that people see I'm on a gig with somebody, and I'll get a call saying watch out for him and this one had a bad experience, and in Cape Town I've had some crazy experiences where I've been like, I'm going in as, this isn't even as a DJ, this is just as an artist, get booked for a thing, and then get booked 4 days later for something else and get a call to say like, if you take that gig, we're going to cancel you.
Crazy.
Why are you on
I'm
that
like, but
podcast?
I'm not involved in your politics. I'm Tamara Dey. I'm the artist.
Hey, Tamara Dey.
I perform everywhere.
Why are you on that
Yeah.
For
podcast?
all different people at all different spaces. I can't be involved in that politics.
Crazy.
How would that serve me? How would I say no to? I have nothing to do with this, but I didn't have a choice at that point. I hated every second of that. I was horrified by it, and I felt
must be
incredibly
icky,
unfair
actually.
to be put in that
Yeah.
position, because I'm as a soul. My friends know I'm Switzerland, babe. Like, I can see both sides. I feel like everyone is a point. I'm very respectful in that space. I don't need to gang up on anyone. I don't need to pick sides. I'm very like, I have a lot of empathy for everyone involved, right? So now in my career, obviously, I roll in the same way. Like, I don't participate in other people's dramas. Like, I do not. But like, I literally didn't have a choice. Like, it was also like a financial thing. It was like I didn't. I mean, it was like, it was awful, and I had to choose now, and I felt like surely artists should be elevated above the politics. If you got
politics.
issues with some other promoter, that's your world and your issue. But your artist that you're booking should not have to subscribe to that, because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't.
I
even
don't-
think
I don't-
it
I
went. It's one thing
Mad.
having
It's
promoter to
crazy.
promoter having issues with one another
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I also don't get how that. When like
It's
number
mad.
one,
It's crazy.
Wow.
I always felt like, no, I'm not. I don't engage there. I'm here.
It's how
Artists have the freedom to perform any club,
Anywhere
anywhere,
they
any audience,
want.
anywhere in the world. We don't play by those rules. But I've experienced that sometimes, I got sucked into that. And it
That's
wasn't great.
crazy.
Yeah.
I honestly, okay, because I'm such a person.
Politics can be out of control.
Yeah.
We must stop competing. There's room for everyone. Like, guys, seriously. There's a lot of stuff you hear about other things stealing this one's idea, and then people are.
it's insane. And then,
But also, when you're successful, that shit's gonna happen. Sorry.
when the
I mean, if
when,
you're okay with it being online, we're
I
okay
am
with
so
it.
sorry.
when the person is here and you're there, and then you guys are talking to each other, smiling with each other, but you told me that I mustn't greet that
Mustn't,
person.
yeah.
It's so
Nah, no,
confusing.
guys.
So but
It's
my
hard enough as
friend.
it is, and now we want to add this extra level of like
No, it means it.
just bad energy. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, when you do well, so aren't there naturally people who want to do what you do? They want to emulate what you do.
100%.
It's all, you know what I mean? It's like, we understand how it works. You start something, other people inspired, they want to do something similar. It sucks for you. You're like, oh, but this was my thing. That's the nature of the bees.
It's something that's yours. It's not going to be executed the same way you were going to execute it.
Exactly.
But remember,
also it's
you guys are like
ours. It's
different
ours.
thinkers also. You're not like thinking of like well, let me say we are like different things, and this is
Yeah.
me playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
That someone else is thinking, oh my goodness, that pie is gonna finish before I get to it. That very
Then you must start a new pie.
self-please-
The pie's been there.
Bake a new pie.
The money will always be here. You will die and leave the money. The money will be here on earth. It won't go anywhere.
I think that also comes down to like a. I know it's hard. I know it's hard when that kind of stuff happens, but you know, you gotta have a certain kind of trust that there's an endless well of possibilities and creativity
100%.
and getting caught up in those things. That's the kind of stuff that'll stifle that. You've got to keep.
You become like this.
Where one door closes, another one opens. That thing, you got to just keep it going, keep it moving, keep flowing, keep creating, keep doing the things. And like, yeah, I don't know.
But
it's not easy, but it's.
But this
how we gotta
politics
roll.
thing, though,
Oh,
like,
no.
is it? Are you telling me that it's something you never experienced in the
No,
past?
not
like
really.
this?
While I was like, not for many years. It was only
Yeah.
actually I would hear about it, but I just never tapped. It's more in recent years that I've actually been quite directly affected by it, and really did not like it very much.
It's not something, it's icky, actually.
On something
Yeah.
I was thinking about. Don't you miss the press?
Like
I
the
miss
old
the
school
The press,
Yeah,
like the old school
yeah.
press. How
Hey,
was
did
the
you see
old school
Tamara high her
So
hair?
wait, actually,
Her hair wasn't
how
the one
was
I
it?
missed that.
Hey, Tamara, over here.
Babe, I had a
How
couple of
was that?
circles of shame. Do you know this? The circle of shame, like.
We saw Sai walking out of
I
the
feel like
flat
a
in the
red. I have
morning.
a photo of you, and then they have like a red circle. And it says "circle of shame." What's going on
Damn.
What's going on here?
Like
You're like,
in
at
Drum
that
magazine
time,
or
though,
something like that.
here? At that time, though, I had a good relationship with the press. It was like they would publish something dodgy about me every now and again, but most of it was good, and I was in the press a lot. So
Yeah.
for me, like
It's a win-win.
it's never nice, I'm quite a sensitive person, so I never really liked, I've always cared way too much what people think about me.
But it
Probably
helps
my
sell the
worst
music.
quality. Worst quality.
The music sold.
Don't waste time doing that, guys, please. Such a waste of energy. Nobody cares.
I mean, on a random Tuesday, you're walking there in Soweto or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever township. Then you pick up the newspaper. Tamara Dey. Oh, where's my phone? Let me listen to what she's been busy with. Hey, she looks dodgy on this article. I think
Yeah.
I would think of it from that perspective. Like, that's what I
It's
wanted.
a
Like,
different culture.
journaling, even
I'm
when,
so
when you
curious
release
about it,
something,
honestly.
The journaling,
different world now.
the going around that have released a project. How many people knew that you're releasing a single?
Can I say, imagine for a second, I've thought about this once or twice. When I first blew up on Tati Mpahla as the first lady, what. There was no social media. There's none of that. It was newspapers. And maybe like Drum magazine. You.
Yes.
That's it. And then later, years later, it was Heat. But that was it. It was like newspaper. That's how people heard about me. In the newspaper.
They had to read in the newspaper.
There was no...
So fun.
Nothing else.
Meaning they have a spread of Tamara like on the middle page.
This is the question. What would it have looked like if I had that blow up now with social media? What would have happened? It's a weird thing to think about. You're just like, that would have been like, that's crazy to imagine. Like, for me, I grew up in a time where, like, it was like a word of mouth thing. People talked. It was more like, it was a conversation or...
We want to hear this person, not on social media.
Or, like, people also used to phone into the radio and tell the
Phone into the
presenters that I
radio.
was black. And they'd be like,
I think
no,
I low-key
she's
probably-
sitting right here.
Was-
And she's not. They're like, no, Tamara Dey is black. This is like, because there was no social media. Like, they had a picture of me in their head. They literally thought I was you know what I mean?
Low key, I think I might have been
How
those people.
how
Because
funny.
imagine this: I'm from the Eastern Cape, right?
Yeah.
I'm from the rural part of the
Yeah.
Eastern Cape, so you hear things we hear it on radio.
Yeah.
And I'm probably one of the few people who might have thought
Thought
you
that.
were black.
And I get it.
Now watch the music.
But it's so
video.
funny that I was literally sitting there and a guy would literally phone in and just be like, no, she's black. And,
No,
I'm-
she's
and I'd
black.
be like, and he'd be like, no, I'm looking at her. Not black. I'm definitely not black. So funny.
You must watch the music video, you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Now we saw it on
So I bought
Simunye,
a
like-
music video.
On Simunye, like,
Nini.
they're in the streets of Gold, like, because the music video,
Oh, when I met
in today's standards, I funny, but it was the one. Those days,
My
like,
shame, guys. The dip of the let's talk about that quickly. The music video. Oh, her day's over. Hey, her days are numbered.
yeah.
What's happening there? It's like, sure, music video was like a big thing. Big part of the
Nowadays,
thing.
it's like
Now I didn't even for my
Ain't
last
nobody
project. I
care.
did not shoot a music video. I took some money and I shot a performance video for reels and TikToks.
And that's your
me
that's your
singing the
video.
song, and I did 5 different looks, 5 different setups.
Yeah.
And I just performed the song, and that's what I spent my
that
money
is your
on.
music video.
Because like I couldn't really feel the points. Like, I'm like
No one cares. You only do a music video essentially. Well, if you
when
feel
you
like
Beyonce. You
Yes,
do
because
those
the
music
people
videos, you
they
keep 'em
deserve a music video if
You
you're
do the whole
Beyonce.
like movie.
Yeah,
you go
exactly.
there.
Because
You
no
see,
one
for
I
me,
cares.
don't know.
The
Here it
problem
was
I
a big
have-
part of the culture. It was a big
it
part of the
was.
culture
So-
for a long
The
time.
problem
it
I have
was.
is that
But not anymore.
not having a music video is like we don't know you, so we'll never know you. So you might as well just do the music video, especially if you're not
But then,
acting.
No,
like-
I agree. If you can do, like, just do.
I don't think so.
But I don't know.
I think I'm on the thought of, okay, do a music video, first of all. If, let's say you release a single and you didn't get as much traction as you wanted to get with it, do a music video if you want to revive the traction for the song.
Yeah.
Right?
And have
It's
it
like, it's like making it
SABC3.
live longer in a way.
I
But if
mean-
you don't need to do it, just put some visuals together, some pictures, and that's a visual. People on YouTube also, by the way, because that's the big consumer market for videos anyway. They do not watch our videos. They don't. They listen to the music passively. They don't care about the videos.
But if you have something to show, I'm of the notion if you have something to show, like I have a favorite artist, now his name is Tyler the Creator, right? The way he shoots
Tyler's
his
the creator, your
videos.
favorite artist. I always thought you were a Tyler the Creator guy.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
surprised.
you. So I'm watching Tyler, but
I'm
the
not
way
judging you.
the way he does his artwork,
Yes,
the
he does
appeal,
that, yeah.
even the shorts
Oh,
interest you
honey,
enough to go watch
yeah.
those, you know?
No, and I'm with you. I mean, the visual side of things
The
has
visuals,
always been
yeah.
such a
Visual.
big thing for me. Like,
You can't
telling
shoot a
the
music
story.
video here on the parking lot. Say KFC. We know this corner. We know, man. Come on, shoot something. Every time there's a music video nowadays, that's a
It's-
guest house or Airbnb.
Hi.
Yeah, facts.
No, I mean, I think one of the things that I've loved about what we do is how that package comes, how
Yeah.
you
Theming
continue
it.
to tell that story.
It's
It's because it's
of your
personal
music.
to you, actually.
It's like through the visual, through the
Through the-
clothing you're wearing, through the whole.
See, it's
There's so
personal.
many like ways to express this thing you're trying to share, and I've always loved that. I've always loved where it all comes together there, and I'm a very like when I'm in the studio and I write a song, I know it's a special one because I'll get a visual in my head of the end thing. Like it'll be like I'll either see myself like on the stage, I'll see what's happening, I'll see the visual, I'll see, or it's like a video, or it's like, but I can see the whole picture is
Would you-
revealed, and then I'm like, oof, okay, this is
exciting.
strong, like
Yeah, okay.
you know what I mean. So that whole thing. So I agree with you that you really there is that visual representation of a song of an artist through a video, and that's why when I brought it up because I miss it. I do miss that culture. I do miss that culture. We used to watch a lot of music videos. When we
No,
were
yeah,
kids. Like, it was-
100%.
Would you,
It was-
Today, guys, let's be honest.
would you take the AI route though? Because
And
I like
let-
what you just said. Now you say you are the one that's going to direct the whole rollout, right?
Yeah.
Now with AI, you can
You
just
can just
prompt.
type something and a video's done.
You just take
And
one picture of yourself.
So my relationship with AI is interesting. I'm very aware. Look, there was initially like resistance, but I like to always embrace new things that initially are frustrating. And it's like, every other day there's a new social media platform and we've all just gotten the hang of TikTok and now.
Honestly, though,
It's
like,
exhausting,
honestly.
right? It's exhausting. But I don't know, I would rather understand the beast than resist it. I would rather get really familiar with it and understand where my boundaries are with it as an artist.
Okay.
How I can use it to help myself. But you've got to engage with it to understand what you're dealing with. And I feel like if you don't, at some point that thing could take over and you're going to be in the dark and not know what is going on. So like these things that we're resistant to, and we have valid reasons for that resistance, but I think it's important to dive in there and rather understand what you're dealing with and understand it as a tool and understand it as something that is here.
Yeah.
And understand what you do and don't like about it. Just
Understand it. Just understand it.
don't just resist. And it's like it's important to educate yourself about all these new things that are happening. There's also a language there. It's like it's a part of the new generation. It's part of their world. I want to know what that looks like. I want to be able to connect with them, and I want to understand that language. It's like, so I find it quite fascinating, even though
it's a bit
some
I'm
of it
quite
gives me the ick.
resistant to me. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I'm not resistant like that.
Also,
but
AI,
like I'm taking my
sometimes
time.
it's done well, but you can see
That it's
when it's an AI generated. I mean, sometimes I'm cool that I've watched guys who use it as part of they use it beautifully to help their sort of marketing for their events, their promoters, and they've really nailed it. Like it's classy, like they've done it well. And then at other times I'm just like, I designed recently an album cover for a single that I've done, an Afro house track, and it's called Desire, and I went and
Desire's out.
it has a it sounds like there's like bird sounds in the music, and the picture for me was like this sort of tropical space, and so I typed a few keywords in and some images came up. And I was just like, some of them were really great.
yeah.
And then I just also thought, like, I've got such an insecurity, like, people will know. Like, they're going to know it's AI. And that gives me, like, a panic. I'm just like,
Get it. Abantu bazothi.
no, they're going to know.
They're
gonna
probably
look
gonna
at it and
enjoy
know and
that
be
it's-
like, that's AI. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
So I've got a bit of like there's a mad insecurity though. Like, no, I would be almost like too scared to use it, even though it is actually great. But I don't know. I'll probably use it as inspiration, and we'll see. We'll probably build on it. I don't mind it as a tool. I don't want it to be the end thing. I kind of like use it as a creative tool to add to your arsenal, but
Polish, maybe.
don't lean
polish,
in
don't
too
polish.
heavily there, and lose sight of the magic, of the human.
Then there's no music video budget, no graphic designer,
You see,
mixing and mastering, everything AI, everything.
He's
everything.
already imagining just for
But I've
years.
got some mates who've gotten really,
Situation.
really, really into it.
And what's your take on it
And
stealing your lyrics and your voice?
I know.
Because apparently whatever's on Spotify.
Also, I've heard some songs written by AI that honestly,
Yep, it's China. It's like
I've heard some hooks there that I cannot deny are solid gold. Like, I got a mate who's gone deep with AI, and he's just making music with AI. And he's obviously like directing it very intimately, very specific, curating it, like blah blah blah. Every now and again, he sends me these tracks, and I'm just like, he's hitting a nerve with me.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what to make of this. But I immediately think okay, well, what would I do with this? And I'm like, well, I'll take that.
I'll take it and
I'll
use
take
it.
that hook.
Yeah.
Then I'll build my own thing. And I will write my own vocals.
I'll use it.
But I will not actually leave that hook because that is gold. So I don't know. I mean, I've never done that, but it is really interesting.
These
But I
kids
do
also-
think we can't sit in a space of fear about it and be like,
Yeah,
"They're stealing our jobs,
100%.
now they're not going to need artists and blah, 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 blah." No, guys, let's just get on top of it. Let's engage with it. Let's take it. Let's make it work. I mean, I don't know do you remember when Grimes said anyone can remix using my voice as long as I get 50% of the.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a way of getting on top of it 100%.
So I loved that as a move. I thought like, okay, that's getting ahead of it. That's like taking and going, okay,
Yeah.
this is happening, but I'm like,
70% is even.
I'm gonna win from this. It's still gonna be a win for
Still
me.
win.
But then I was quite freaked out by how they can take your voice and they could use it in a song and maybe say something political.
Yeah, you see that part.
Or something that degrades a certain
Or
community.
something you don't stand for at all.
Yes. That's for me where it's like, now
Okay.
we're playing with fire. Now it's your voice
Saying
days.
supporting this thing. That's a
Okay,
dangerous
that's crazy.
thing.
That's crazy. Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
totally
yeah, that's
possible.
Crazy. Yeah.
Easy peasy. So there has to be legislation in place.
100
that
no, there
protects-
has to be.
Yeah. Because we haven't, I don't think we all, like, we don't always go all the way and imagine what people could do with it. And it's like, it can be incredibly
I didn't even imagine what you're saying right now
Yeah.
until you just mentioned it.
Because it was the Grimes thing that got me onto that. Because I was
Crazy.
like, oh, okay. She's like, well, anyone take my voice, then remix it as long as you give me 50%. I was
Yeah.
like, clever. And then I was like, but what if they take your voice and they make you say something dodgy?
And Timbaland didn't hear that
Hey?
when he signed the AI contract.
Now what?
How do you sign an
You've
AI
got no
vocalist? We were
control
talking
over
about
what
this
they
the
do with
other
your
day,
voice.
actually.
No.
Yeah, no.
Nah, it's not a good idea.
We were talking about this the other day.
Now anymore, because that's what Timbaland did. He just created an artist from creating songs for Aaliyah to all those people. Just I'm creating my own art, and then he did that and created, and then he signed it. It's like,
Guys,
How
let
do
me
you
tell you, there's
sign-
some weird shit going on out there. Oh, sorry, that was the second one. It's because I'm getting too comfortable. I forget the cameras
That's
are here.
okay.
My bad.
things are weird, okay?
No, I just
Yeah.
mean with the way that some, people are making music in all kinds of strange ways. And there's a,
Do people care how you're making the music as long
This
as the
is the
product
thing.
is there? That's the thing.
People don't care about
I think that's what you can learn. I think we did say this. We would say that's what we can learn about this new generation. These kids don't care. I remember thinking, when I started, for instance, DJing, I didn't put myself out there as a DJ until a year after I learned how to DJ. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
yeah.
It was in 2012 where I officially then in 2013 put myself, I felt comfortable enough to, not even 2013, it was 2011, 2012 was when I was like, but these kids, they're going to be learning during the gigs. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, damn.
This is a mistake.
I was like, you're
Guilty.
brave. Like this new, exactly, this new age. I'm like, that's so brave. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's so brave. You're gonna be learning during the people. I'm like, that's so
Okay.
brave.
I must say, like, I have to be honest. Like, I did a course, and we had to play at the end of the 6 weeks. We had to do our first live set in front of an audience at Ann Club, iconic club. Got all my mates to come through there, and played a 30-minute set. And knew, as an experienced artist with 2 decades in the music industry, that I was nowhere near ready to play in front of a
Your
crowd.
brain must
I
have
was
been
like,
doing some stuff there.
Yeah, okay, go. Cute, but no. We're not there. Everyone loved it. Great feedback. What? No. And then I was like, okay, you're going to have to continue to next level this thing in a big way before you're going to be ready to do what you need to do. So then I went back and did another one, like more advanced, and just got more hours
More,
in and bought the controller and the whole, and just because I realized very quickly, like, nah. But with that said, I mean, if the people who booked me for my first DJ gig knew how inexperienced I was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they would have felt differently. I mean, my philosophy was, you're going to go up there and smash it, and that's the only option. There was no, question. And I have learned still, there's so much that cannot teach you that you have to learn.
Yeah,
There's a
100%.
lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And I know you
Yeah.
both relate. There are just a million things that happen that you're not prepared for. And that is probably the most essential part of the training. And that's happening live in the moment at the gig. And for me, I'm like, it's happening in front of on a big stage.
On a
in
big
front of-
stage, yes.
Like this is not happening in front of people who don't know who I am, you know? So
Exactly.
It's humbled me. It's
Yeah.
humbled me a lot. I've had to, I've never been a person who likes to fail. I've been uncomfortable with failure. I've gotten a much better relationship with failure now. I understand what a blessing it is. I understand it's the biggest gift. I understand I could not be the artist I am today without it. It shaped me. It drove me. It's essential. It's such a blessing. But for me, I saw it as an absolute sin. It was like,
I can relate.
I didn't even like to write in front of people. I liked to go and take a song
Perfect it in
and
private.
go lie at home. And then once I felt like it was ready to be, there might still be more developing, but then I would go and present. I didn't like people to see that part of the process where I'm like singing a duff note or like I'm like, and I don't know, like it was really silly. Like I think there's such beauty in I've gotten so much better at that, so much better at caring less what people think, so much better at seeing failure as a gift. And then I started learning to DJ. You will be humbled,
Yeah, that thing
fam.
was humbling.
You will be humbled. It's like, I've made mistakes on like big stages and just had to smile and carry on and be okay with it. And it's happened a lot. At this point in my career, we really don't want people to see that, but it's been brilliant. It's been brilliant to go through that.
I mean, in your performance type of situation as opposed to DJing, but rather like live performing, do you get me? Do you take it like if you make a young mistake or some blah happens, do you take it
with
different?
the performing,
Going off
I've got skills.
Yes, ma.
They'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never
Things
know.
will be unfolding, and I will just be like weaving my web.
The sound will go quiet.
I've got skills.
She did this at one of her shows. I think something was wrong with the sound. The song went, things went silent. She started singing, and then we also started singing
Yeah,
with
you've got the tricks. It's second nature. Remember, I've been doing that for 2 decades.
Years, for
That's like
over
second
2
nature.
decades,
Things can be happening. I can be singing and having a conversation with myself in my head, literally, like about what's happening next, like, but fully performing, like.
That's brilliant.
So I mean, you're a little bit out of the moment.
Okay.
So it's not a great
yes,
idea.
Okay.
But I'm saying like you after a long time, you've got skills to handle the challenges. It could be a sound thing, whatever, and you make it look.
That is forgetting
So
lyrics a
smooth.
thing.
Yeah,
I
good
forget
question.
lyrics
Is forgetting
often.
lyrics a real
and
thing?
you just do that thing. Now with the DJing, my skill set of like coming back in those moments not as developed. So now things are going wrong, and I don't have that.
You
like,
don't have the
I'm
finesse
not even
of
thinking
two,
about it.
over
It's
2
like a natural
decades.
thing. That's a place you get to as a DJ, and that is not
No,
a
100%.
2-year thing. Because I've been at it for 2 years, so that is not. There's one thing you can learn the skills, you can learn how to beat match, you can do the things. Blah, blah, blah. There's a thing that's happening in the moment. That is not something that happens overnight. Unfortunately, there's no fast track in that. That is like you're learning it on the job.
On the job,
And
yes.
I realized there's some things like if I'm DJing and I'm doing some vocals, perhaps like there I can do some clever things. something-
Yeah, 100%.
Like
yeah, you can do some clever things there.
I was at a big festival in Cape Town headlining with very experienced DJs like Abby New Rock, Lelo What's Good was on there, Tamara Dey was there, and there were 1 or 2 vocal tracks I was going to do, and I pushed stop I stopped the track like mid, like where I think
Mid play, okay.
that move
Okay, yeah.
on this huge festival in front of all these people on the main stage.
Yes.
And I literally just next track was one of my own play. Sing.
Oh,
They thought
then it was a
all
moment.
Yo, guys, and and it was all in time, so that I've got on my side. Thank goodness, my timing is like, you know what I mean. I was able to like completely make that look
Like recover
planned.
completely. Yeah.
I made it a plan.
What just happened?
But
Yeah,
guys,
you weren't
but
looking
these are the
around on
things-
some.
But these are the things that have been happening, and it has been very humbling and wonderful, because it's just like it's really helped me to get over that, to care less and just understand it's every artist and DJ's had to go through this. Like it's part of your, it's a rite of passage. This is the stuff. It's those moments, you know? And getting better and better at like skillfully
That's good. I
handling whatever challenges you're dealing with there.
Yeah, it's so nice, and I always say it's nice and inspiring to see someone who's always willing to learn on something, because like nowadays people feel like they can't learn any more things actually. Like it's like I'm an old soul. I've seen it all.
I know.
I'm just like, oh my
That's what it
goodness.
feels
why
like
do you-
sometimes, though. Like,
Razi.
even for me, it's like,
What do you know?
did you go to that event? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been to those events. That's the response I'm like, I've always that. I can imagine what it's like, because
You're a
isn't
bit
that
over it.
Yeah, I'm over it. Isn't that person there on that lineup? And even if I try to do research, there isn't. I don't know why I should go out. I want to stay indoors.
Okay, so for me, I think this is what drove me to kind of, obviously, starting my own events, which, to be honest, I never imagined myself doing. Like, I didn't factor it in. It wasn't something I was trying to chase or some dream. It was part of but it's also a space where I found myself out of my depth a few times, where I'm like, it's a totally different side of the business. I'm learning things learning a lot. So it's like there's so much growth happening there for me as an individual, as a business owner, as an artist. It's, you know what I mean? I'm just giving an example of like, I feel you. I wasn't that interested. We really have done it all. Like, but there are other spaces you can move into and look at things from a different angle, and there's great joy there, and there's a great learning there, and there's
Yeah,
unless you've really just done it all.
No,
bro.
I think in the South African context, it is possible to have seen it all. Let's be honest. I think it is. I think it is. I mean, no one is doing. There's not a lot of new things that we're doing.
I went to her event because I loved the person that she is.
Yeah.
And getting to know this person, from that perspective, and that was it. Literally.
No, it made sense. Fresh ideas are very rare to find. So if you can find a fresh idea, it's like just stay there. I mean,
Still
me,
be
I
my
go to
favorite
everything, me
artist,
personally.
but with a new, like approach, I
Yeah.
suppose. So yeah, okay. You also find yourself in those situations. Hey,
The situations of what?
of not wanting to go out. Yeah, it's a scary thing, man. Like I miss out on so much.
I have to
FOMO.
say, in my current
I go
space,
to
like
everything.
it's essential that I'm out there.
We were talking about that actually
Essential.
before we went on Naguti. It's so important at least to be seen to some extent.
Yeah, and understand the energies that are going on out there. What's moving people? What's
Yeah.
moving people?
Yeah,
What
what's
is-
hard?
All I see is cell phones.
It's so
on the
real,
dance
though.
floor. Nothing else. No one, back in the days, you see these two couches, they wouldn't be here. Like these two couches, that's the DJ booth.
Yeah.
There's
There's
they
too many
don't
sit-
need-
yeah, like-
there's too many seats here. There's no.
There's too many seats.
Dude, there used to be people that would come
true.
with like 20 rand. This guy came with 20 rand. Like, it's just there because Tamara's performing or Sai's performing and they dance. But not, I want to also be on the decks. No, when are you good at dancing? Dance, bro. Do those mapansula things. Now we have those guys in the dance floor, not on the dance floor, but wanting to play. Hey, hot man, can I just put in one? Like, but when you're dressed like a dancer, dance, bro. Yo.
I actually thought you were talking about something completely different. Why? Like, I thought you were gonna say people that are trying to also, catch the vibe with you, not like as in people who want to catch the clout. I feel like I've been.
Oh.
I will use that
No,
word
I'm just
a lot.
looking at it from a perspective of us being artists, right? And the journey that she said she took, for instance, to get to this level where she's at the current moment as an artist, right? Some people nowadays, people don't have a rite of passage. They just walk in, because they have two USBs, they can just DJ.
Oh, is that what
so
you
it
mean?
kills the
Okay.
art. So it killing the arts is the reason why I don't go out, because I know a lot of those people that used to be on the sidelines. They used to do speakers, sound. They don't do that anymore. They want to be there. They want to be stars as well. So it's like, I'm going out to go watch the guy who used to,
Who used to control your sound?
control the sound or
Control the
be the
lights.
barman. Now the barman is not doing his job as great as this guy that wants to now be a DJ. And he's also not good at this. So it's like, okay, but those are internal politics, okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
This happens a lot, and I think you can sense there's a lot of frustration as the scene's evolved and lots of things have changed.
Managers
But-
want to be artists now.
That I have a problem with that
Oh,
part.
my goodness.
I've
There's a club I used to go to in Cape Town, right? I won't say what the club is. But it's like a late club. And the manager there used to jump on the decks. And I started hearing down the line, like, no, like he plays every
plays
weekend
now.
Like, the older DJs were getting so annoyed because now the club owner is like,
is play.
is like taking
Everyone is a
over.
DJ now, dude.
And is loving it so
what are
much,
you doing?
like that now. And they were like super irked by it because they were like, but now you're the owner of the club, like we're the DJ.
What wait? What was hurting them? I just want
The
to understand
payments become
something.
lesser because, dude, there's a lot. Once I start, if I'm the owner of this place, once I start DJing, do I need a sign? Because it's all about me. I'm the one that attracts
But
more
you're
people
not gonna
than Sai.
play 8 hours
I
of the
can.
night.
I mean,
You're running a club.
now, man, it's become so bad, right? That the reason why these guys do this is because they source internally. It's like internal HR for themselves. Instead of booking you as an artist who has 150,000 followers on social media, they'd rather play themselves and then give people a discount on the door, and they decide what also happens at the bar.
And then
So-
they'll lose those people
I
next
mean,
week.
look, guys. I
They'll
DJ
get
at my
you
own
on.
events, but that's different.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like if you're
different.
running a venue, I mean, also,
I also
like,
DJ at my own events. You DJ.
Yeah, we all do. We all
but
do.
you're
But
not
we'll
the
do,
venue
but-
owner. You're
but
not the
yeah.
venue
venue
owner. Yeah, it is strange. But again, I mean, I say these things,
Or the barman. When's
but I also have a philosophy of just like, let them live. Like,
Let them live.
I mean, there's so many things we can get uptight about, but again, I feel like the more we resist, the more we like block a certain, I don't know, like resistance. I feel like it blocks a lot of good energy that's supposed to come your way somehow. When you're spending energy resisting things and getting upset and uptight about stuff that you can't control, really. We all have an opinion about a lot of stuff that's going on in the industry around us, how things are different to the way they were, the phones, the whole lifestyle, like everything, how club culture has changed.
Yeah.
There's a lot to complain about.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
But I do feel like we can just use our energy
Yeah. It's
more
consuming.
constructively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing we can do about that. How are we going to take what it is and elevate it, change it, make it ours? I don't know. That's where we need to be focused. Like, because it's just, you got to understand the nature of the beast, work with it to your advantage. Have your know where your goalpost is, know what's driving you, what is the bigger force behind what you're doing, and then just like, and then just take it and go, because this stuff can't stop us from doing what we are meant to do, and it can't stop the music. So like, we can't let it get the best of us, all of this, because
That's
there's
true.
a lot of it, and it does suck.
Yeah.
It does, especially when you've been around for long.
Yeah, when you've seen
scenes come and go.
You kind of miss
You've
things.
seen certain cultures.
Yeah.
But look, like for me, there was something that was not there anymore. It was upsetting. I was frustrated,
And you had an
irritated.
opportunity to start it again.
And then I was like, okay, it drove me to start something on my own, which essentially has been a massive growing experience for me. And something good came out of it, But I didn't just sit there and carry on moaning
and then
about
moan
it.
about it. Yeah.
I had to do something, which also people would have, they did laugh at me. Like, guys were like, they actually were like, nobody's going to be into that. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And now it's like a year and a half later, and my brand is booked on H2O. We're on the lineup there. I have my first festival stage. My first festival stage in August. Toy have a stage. I have a stage with my team. So, like, I'm just saying, like, it did seem like a far-fetched idea a year and a half
Until
ago.
you did it.
But I was like, you know. But again, this is not really about that. What it's about is like this industry can be incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
There's stuff going on that we're like, no. This is not what it's all about. But we have to, and there was COVID and these things that did a lot of things got very messed up. Social media, like, come on, there's a lot going on, but we've got to, like I said, know what you're dealing with and find ways to bring it back to the thing that is your passion and your driving force behind music.
Yeah.
There's lots of people that need that.
Yeah.
They need that energy. The industry needs that energy. And unfortunately, if it's not there, you've got to go out and create it yourself.
Yeah, you have to be willing
And
to
I know
build.
we're tired,
Set
guys.
this.
We're tired.
Yeah, we are. No, high key
We are
though.
tired.
You have to be willing to
so
build,
tired.
though.
We are
like-
exhausted. And we're like, oh, okay, I got to go and do this whole thing on my own then. No.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know. If we don't do it, nobody else is going to
No.
do it.
Yeah, I'm of the notion of doing it by yourself and starting it again.
Just do it.
He keeps it-
What's not there, just do it.
Don't go.
Yeah.
What's frustrating you about music right now? Go and do the
Go
opposite.
and do the opposite. Yeah.
It
Fill
doesn't,
that gap.
Like, you don't even have to put a pressure on yourself. It doesn't have to be. When I started at Ambassador, I didn't think like I wasn't planning world domination at that point. It was really just a need, and from there, some magic is happening.
I'm not going to attend still. Yeah, that's what we were
You don't
talking
have to
about.
attend.
I'm not attending.
But just send us an
still.
invite to
Huh?
your party,
Yeah.
please.
That I can do.
Send us an invite.
Are you thirsty today?
Yeah.
Come through.
What are you doing later?
What are you doing later? Do you want cold drink?
I've got something going on. We'll come. I'll come support that. I will.
I think this is actually a good part to try and wrap things up.
Okay.
Actually, high key. So I think by the way,
High key.
Nike.
no, high key, we're probably gonna split it into two.
Guys, just don't be scared to edit my rambling. Like, just take the best bits. You
Not
know,
even.
like-
We want the rambling.
We want the
want the
everything. We
ramble?
want the juice and the gravy.
And the gravy.
I'm telling you. So I
Okay,
think it's a
great.
good part to try and wrap things up.
Yeah.
What are we saying then? Is there like an overall takeaway from today's part?
I can say, don't give up.
Yes.
In so many ways, I can explain just that sentence. But
Yeah.
if you're listening to the content of the podcast, you'll understand what I mean. Thank you.
It's your that sent me. It
Yeah.
sent me. Like it's just okay.
'Cause even
like,
now in
preach,
the end,
sister,
like,
preach, brother.
I mustn't give up because
No,
just because I
don't
don't like
stop.
things doesn't mean things. I mustn't stop. There's a kid somewhere in that corner, like.
Oh
"God,
no,
man."
there's many out there, trust me,
Yeah,
that feel the
like-
same way as you.
Yeah.
And they need you. They need you. They need your energy. They need you to remind them, take them back to that when music was that thing. Take them there. Like, you know? And there's people that don't even know that they need you.
Yeah.
There's kids out there today that haven't even, they're getting some other experience. Like, I want to get
that's
them
true.
too.
That's true. Yeah, that's
And show
true.
them how we do it. Like, you know, and this is why we do what we do.
Okay, I was supposed to say something.
Yeah.
This comes from other people. Like in the week, I was with Vinny and them, and we were
Yes.
talking about this thing like DJing, women DJing, right?
Yes.
Non-binary DJing. I don't want to sound wrong.
Yeah.
But essentially, what they say was what he was saying. What we were talking about is the lack of women DJs that play on record. So
Oh,
I'd like,
vinyl.
I'd like to
Yeah,
pose
you're
a
so right.
challenge on the show right now.
That we should learn to play vinyl.
Don't-
Come, guys, come. Yes, because
Listen,
it's-
I'm not
it's a
going to lie.
culture
I
now.
would
It's picking
love
up
to.
again. It's picking up
For
again.
me, it's like, okay, the only thing that holds me back is how expensive vinyl is. Is that
It's
because they get
impractical.
ready to be broke.
Let's
Okay,
suffer
but
together.
let's suffer through it together. But I'm very drawn. We know that that's where it all started. For me to have that skill, even if I didn't play it out, like, but to be able to do it at home, like, I just feel like to understand that, to know I don't know. It's very special. It's very.
One of
I
the
can
reasons,
switch to vinyl on my CDJ.
I
what,
mean,
what we are talking about. The reason why I bring it up is because I'm looking at the
joking.
trends,
I think it's a
right?
beautiful art form, and
It
I
is.
think it's
It's
just
beautiful.
And where things are going,
Digital is
the
not
whole
go- digital is not
digitalization.
going anywhere.
Tamara's gonna next drop that she has. It should be on record. We're no longer doing this.
Do you know how much the
MP3.
thing costs?
It's fine. The money will go
Yeah,
to
I'm
her.
not I'm not
I've investigated. I
It's
know.
expensive.
It will go
I
to her.
know.
It's
all
400,
I'm,
500.
all I'm saying is this, and vinyl is great, and this is, and I was gonna mention this about nostalgia and looking back to how things were, but I was like chilled when we were talking about, oh, can things go back to how they were?
No, you know why?
I'm
it's
just
the
like,
sales
it's
aspect.
so impractical.
It
honey.
is because you're saying now that you go on what's these platforms that sell music. You buy music
Yes.
for $1.
Yes.
Look at Tamara. Does she deserve
$1.50, $2 a song.
Don't even get me on that Spotify.
Sorry.
50 cents? Does she
actually
deserve
used my
50 cents,
mind.
or does
She can.
she can get like if you buy the record for 400, she gets like $300.
Oh wait,
Yeah, well, sure. Yeah, you see where I'm
I
going
see
with
it.
this.
I see you.
I
Support the
see-
artist.
I do. I do, but it's so impractical though.
she's spenny, guys.
It's so
She's super
impractical, honey.
So expensive.
So I'm so
You're not
it's so
supposed to be on her side, you're
expensive.
supposed
I'm
to be
on your
my
side
yeah.
too.
No, look,
I'm
So we can
this
make
is
the man.
this is where
Yes,
this
Super
is the purist chat. I'm a purist, but some things I'm just like I'm not purist enough.
So we're not worthy of your 300.
No, you
bucks.
definitely are worthy. That's why I
No,
buy your music
so
when I have to
worthy.
perform it. That's why I perform it. That's why I speak about it, and that's why, etc.,
At
etc.
$1,
What more do you
yes.
want from me,
$1
guys?
is not enough. Yeah.
Like, what more do you want from me? I
No.
talk about your music. I
is
talk about.
not.
I rant about it. I do all these. What more do you want?
We want you to
what
buy
more?
the record.
If someone wants to buy the record, they can definitely
Yeah,
do that.
300.
Make it available for purchase for
Sure.
record. Yeah, and the record,
We've
and then
got-
come back and
Sharp,
tell us
we've
how
got a
much it's
number one
costing you
sale.
to do it.
See, I've already organized one sale for you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, because it's upsetting.
I'm gonna listen to it in my house, which I need to find a player.
It's crazy
And
that
buy a
my,
player.
my early music came out. The DJs were playing it on vinyl in clubs.
Yeah.
Deeper, like all that stuff. That
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
released on vinyl, and guys were DJing deeper.
And how
in
was the
clubs on
check
vinyl.
from that? Was it as bad as nowadays?
No,
Jeez.
my God, we don't get checks these
Yeah,
days.
these
We
days.
we get scraps.
A cut of
And
it.
charts.
A piece of cut.
Charts.
This is, I think, and
Terrible.
okay, we're wrapping up like we said.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're trying.
We're
to.
trying to wrap up. You
Valid
why
music
Doing a
why
fine job.
if you can give me practical reasons as to why we can entertain that culture again, not based on nostalgia, not based on we're not feeding you, because there are multiple ways that you can monetize being an artist. Please give it to me, a practical reason that is practical for the consumer as well, and practical for us as DJs.
Okay.
I'm just,
The consumer, initially the consumer wouldn't mind. This I'm talking now.
and these are people who stream on Spotify
No,
for free because they
wait.
can't afford it.
like half the country.
Exactly. So how is it
Well-
practical for a consumer?
But how did our moms and dads afford those things?
Because they were paying like R2 for a house,
Also, that was the only option they had.
and there was
to
the
get
only option
music.
they had.
Let's stifle them
My
and
boy.
give them one option
Just
What's the point here? Is the point owning a physical copy of work?
then. No, it's only the music.
You can do that with a band camp.
Yes.
And I can buy it full price. So what are we
So
talking
let's sell
about
our
here?
music on Bandcamp for 400.
Tell people, just tell artists to kind of, if we're complaining about the artists not making money, stop releasing on Spotify and Apple Music. Stop. Just stop.
Yeah. Oh God, I'd actually
we
love
stopping?
to see a day that happens.
Yeah, that they
Are
stop.
we
I do
stopping?
actually fantasize about.
Yeah, I
like,
also
artists
fantasize
rallying
about
together
artists.
and just being
Exactly.
like,
I
"We're
do
out."
too. We're not doing Apple Music. We're not doing Spotify. I
Yo,
fantasize
fam.
about it
I
as
like how
well.
you
I
guys
do
came to my
fantasize
point,
about that.
yeah.
I do.
So
I do.
yes, that's what I wanted
And I also
to say.
understand the
Yes.
practical impossibility of that ever
Of the-
happening. Damn it.
And the practical
I
is like,
just think
oh,
how
damn.
awesome would that
How
be
awesome.
if we were all just like,
Nap.
enough. We're done with this, and we took the control back.
You see.
Oh,
You see.
what a dream
It's
that
a
would be.
dream
Stop
and
funding.
a half.
Stop funding wars with our money. Yeah.
Yo, that's what I feel.
Yeah.
Hi.
I don't know. I don't know who you are. What your name is? Barukima Daniel Ek. Must stop that.
What just happened?
No, I'm
That's
with
why I was
you.
Yeah, I get it,
I'm
but
with
damn,
you.
what just
So
happened?
I'm already mobilizing you guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm removing my stuff tomorrow. I mean
Yeah,
today.
if
God,
we
imagine
could just all
people
remove
could
our
band
stuff.
together like that.
That's it.
You see it here and there, but imagine the
Wait,
music industry could really.
Imagine the shift. Imagine
Yeah,
the
like-
revolution.
We are-
Oh, I can
reset,
only
It's
imagine.
just
Reset.
like
I can only
nostalgia,
imagine it.
whatever,
You can. You
whatever,
see,
yonke
in that
into
case,
nje,
you can even do a vinyl event and it will
Yes,
pop.
izopop
You could
because
do. People would be willing to buy vinyl, even though I still think it would be it's impractical. I'm not carrying vinyls to gigs.
if you can.
Oh, I remember that.
I hate it. I hate it. I came up
Those
on
guys.
the CD. I'm not carrying CD. I was happy when we released CDs.
There was dedication there. I just remember Craig and Ryan like prepping their records. Used to do this flick, 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 flick.
And for Ultimix DJs,
Pull,
it's impractical.
Pull.
As an Ultimix DJ,
And then they would
it's
lug
impractical.
they'd lug those things around. The only one who still does it is Abby New Rock, bless her.
She can ultimix.
That
It's
girl,
impractical.
That
She
girl,
can
she's
ultimix.
crazy.
In
and
the
her
vinyl,
music's so
Yes.
good.
great, good for her. I'm happy
Her
for
music
her.
is so good. But I remember that how they would slog those things. Now we like my little box of
Yeah.
SBs in my pocket.
With my long nails,
Headphones.
if you're a girl.
Fam, yeah. Yeah.
Let me not chip the nail.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try again. What are we doing?
Okay, we're ending it.
Yeah, we're trying.
We were going
You were
on a
going- you
note.
were gonna
You
say
said
something.
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
give up. And let's shut down structures that are making us struggle and
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spotify specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for having me. I know I talk a lot, and I should probably have warned you.
You ran this pod.
I was gonna flow. Just gonna. Anyway.
No, we're doing another episode.
He says that after every episode. By the way, just
Yes, it's the reality. Aren't you gonna shoot another episode, guys?
okay. Is that
Reality.
everything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
and you
I'm
from
not.
your
I
side?
have no words. Everyone has said everything on the table. Plus, they see me all the time.
Can
I
you
don't
guys-
see
to
her
close?
all
You
the
need to
time.
close.
Are you
You
guys
need to
doing a
close.
song together?
Don't put people on the spot like
Why?
that.
The
maybe we
viewers want to
will.
know.
Maybe
That's the
we
thing.
will.
It's like you never know.
Kwaito's Tamara
Never say
Dey.
never.
You never
One
know.
night at 86.
Don't rule anything
Original
out.
mix.
Not from this bunch.
No, not at
Anything is
all.
possible.
So let's stay creative and positive.
Those are great final
Please,
words.
let's
Stay
stay
creative and
positive.
positive. Awesome. I guess that's our sign out.
Yeah.
Mwah! Side session signing out. Tamara
Ciao.
Dey signing out. And King Shaw
I
signing
nearly used my middle finger.
Cut now.
I